2 nights ago, because that was a disaster. It also looks like we're off now.
Bit of difference between the start times here, but we'll get those synced up.
Let's see if anyone will go down below today.
It's a so-called meme play. You've got one item down in Blueprint Star, which could be Vanilla Morphball. You've also got one item there out of logic, because you generally have to use a damage boost to get to it. Ooh, zentrigger's going down there.
It paid off for Ancient Gamer 2 nights ago, so you never know.
Zentrigger pulls off a nice moonfall to the bottom of a turret shaft, and the item on Lake Hylia is an energy tank. Not too bad. If you're ever in the area.
It could be tempting to go back there if, you know, your overall health's low and you get mirrored and flippers early.
3 bombs in Link's house. That's great for starting off in Kakariko.
There's 3 bombable walls that are very nice to use in Kakariko for that, to get those extra treasures.
And there's a map in the Sanctuary chest, so escape is going to be completely loaded with items to find later. Power bombs at the Vanilla Morphball spot.
At first thought is looking like, oh, that's pretty cool. How did he get? I can blow stuff up. Oh, wait, Morphball, where's that at?
Yeah, 2-hour Morphball incoming.
Yep,
10 hours in the other
reset.
spot, so yeah.
He'll know that power bomb is there in case he needs to go down and get it, but overall, not really worth anything down there right now.
Probably just going to be using other power bombs to get those power bombs. Meanwhile,
Whoa.
Turtle gets a nice bush crab job.
4 bombs. That's actually really good. Alright, we can see if we got to do Aghanim 1 today. Let's hope not.
Super missiles.
So unless that's the only super missile until we get, like, Dark World access and, you know, Moon Pearl is over, I don't know. Let's just hope that's not the case.
You can never quite count out Aga when just because there's no item at the lumberjack. He is sneaky and likes to try and force you into the play, even if the item isn't there.
Yeah, the game could be terrible. Put Moon Pearl up on the pyramid, or put Morphball on the pyramid, because why not?
Another 3 bombs at the mushroom spot in Lost Roads, but Turtle can actually skip those. He's capped on bombs already.
A big 20. That's always still fairly good to get money early on, especially.
Cash is a bit rare in the combo randomizer because you've got a lot of other Super Metroid items diluting the item pool. So one particular check in Kakariko, the Port Offender, tends to go unchecked until a bit late in the race. And some runners forget about it to their very peril.
Okay, time for a blind hideout check. See what's in the goodies today.
Pretty standard place for most runners at the moment. None of them are risking an item being locked behind Aghanim at the moment.
Yeah, there's still a lot of places to check. There's no... It's not time to start panicking yet.
Ooh, Morphball bombs in the bottom of Blindsat, and some supers and 2 vanilla big 20s.
And that'll make power bombs not really a big issue anymore. Until you find that Morphball, however, they're useless, but it's nice to have those early.
Turtles, he's almost got enough rupees for the Port Offender now. He'll be able to top up in the well here. I don't think he's going to need to make multiple drops down the well, unlike a race we had with Oats and Goats a little earlier in the week, where he had to dive 3 times into the well to fish up enough rupees to buy bombs and then go check the bottle fender.
To be fair, I think I had to do that on my week 2 race as well, because I definitely couldn't find enough money and I definitely needed bombs. And then right after that, I managed to force myself to learn Chris Houlihan, so that's no longer an issue. Unless, you know, of course, open Sanctuary chest and find flippers there, then I might be in trouble again.
Ooh, hookshot from bottle fender.
That's pretty worthwhile. That's gonna give you East Death Mountain access once you get Death Mountain access, of course.
Yeah, given the scarcity of rupees that you can get in the early part of the combo randomizer, or say if you're on Link to the Past, it's randomizer alone, namely retro mode or key sanity, it's well worth learning the hula handplay. It does get you a quick 225 rupees for a very little time investment, and it sorts out most of your early game checks pretty handily.
Yeah, you can buy bombs right away. You just have them all ready to go. Don't have to double dip the hideout in the cave to bomb the wall.
We are going to be leaving the sick kid behind, though.
No bottle in hand. You have to do it. But I just hope they don't forget about him, though.
So here comes our second boots check, and it's just a piece of art.
It's better than something like the Canis Samaria.
Quite a lot of the races I've done lately, the boots have proven particularly elusive. The runners have been ascending up Ganon's Tower without the Pegasus boots or the speed booster.
People were complaining about to me at a time when I was just not using the boots enough. And that comes as a consequence of the fact that I've played too many seeds in a row where the boots were like late game, or I just never found.
Ooh, Lamp at the racing game. And we got another quick map check there from zentrigger. There was
I
a
think I saw
green
Crystal
pen.
on Eastern.
Yeah, crystal at Eastern, regular crystal, blue pendant at Tower of Hera, and green pendant at Desert Palace.
That means a lot of the Dark World dungeons are going to be in play, which is usually a good thing because skipping Dark World dungeons because they're pendants usually just brings out terrible things.
Everybody loves a pendant turtle rocket, particularly when it has 3 items inside.
Turtle Rock has been the ultimate troll in this race lately, so I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it had Fire Rod or something today because why not?
Half magic in the dam, and Total gets the hookshot to skip past a block there and do the both item checks without having to go in the dam twice.
I should try that sometime. That looks so cool.
I think it's a bug that's only present in the Japanese version 1.0 of Link to the Past, which is a version used for both the combo randomizer and the normal Link to the Past randomizer. So you're pressing a block, you use a hookshot, and you can hookshot through to an object behind it. If you've got the magic mirror, you can just flat out delete the block for some reason, but that only exists in the Japanese version of the game.
Now I know why I don't usually do that. It's because I don't usually have the hookshot this early. That's probably why.
And it's great for poking these moldoms without needing to throw bombs at them too.
Fortunately, over time you get used to throwing the bombs at Silver Arrows. You get used to throwing the bombs at them, it gets easier. It's still a bit risky and it can be Morph Ball. Annoying.
Early Morph Ball, early Silver, so that pretty much guarantees a pendant turtle rock with bow at this point.
Morph Ball, bombs, they're pretty set for Super Metroid right now, for the most part. More energy tanks would be nice, suits obviously.
Puts a lot of extra stuff in logic, those Morph Ball bombs, because one of the things expected by the Randomizer tournament logic, which is normal mode logic, is infinite bomb jumps. So you can get up to the top of criteria or many other places with those infinite bomb jumps. It's pretty annoying compared to just having the space jump or the speed booster, but it is a thing in logic.
I do believe you need 1 or 2 tanks to get through Gauntlet, though, and Logic, though. That acid will eat through your health without suits really quickly. Oh, book.
We can't clear desert yet. No gloves or sword for King Lambolus.
You can
But
take a look into it, see what's on the lamp, and see if you can do as much of it as you can. There are power bombs. They do exist. They are on the Morph Ball pedestal.
and Taylor's going straight into Super Metroid again. Normally you see the runners make a few more checks before they decide to go do this, but with bombs and the Morph Ball, yeah, you can get quite a lot of stuff done in Super Metroid already.
I would have probably checked Sahasrah real quick anyway, maybe dip Eastern real quick, but why not?
Now from here,
will be pleased.
From here, Turtle can actually get all the way down through Green Brinstar into the North Air and then get onto Death Mountain that way, if he so chooses.
It could be the required logical path to Death Mountain, for all we know.
We've had a couple of flute go modes lately where the gravity suit has been in Lower North Air and you're expected to get the flutes to get to the Maya area so that you can get into Lower North Air and get that gravity suit.
That is just frustrating. And because Tuttle does have bombs, he has no choice but to fight this ugly statue that's going to come alive right now. Zentrigger's getting trolled by these crabs. They like to move unpredictably and do 2 hearts of damage if you have only the green mail.
2 supers or 2 missiles and 1 super takes out the retreat, so pretty handy. It's probably the shortest DLC fight you could come up with, and I would really be demanding a refund if I had a boss fight this short.
I mean, I'm sure people really want Kraid DLC to be that short too, though. So yeah.
We're getting the oh yeah.
Zentrigger thinking the same thing. He knows power bombs are down there, so it'll be interesting to see if he goes straight towards blue.
Yeah, saves a little bit of time by using the hard reset instead of walking over to the fortune teller's hut. Well, actually, I haven't timed it. I'm not sure which is quicker or not.
It depends on where your ultimate destination is. If you're trying to go down towards Blue Brinstar, it might be faster just to go to Link's house and do that. However, if you're trying to go towards like the wrecked ship or Red Tower, then it's going to be most likely faster to go the other way.
Turtle has actually dipped back out of Super Metroid again, and he's back in Link's Past. What's he going to do here?
Maybe thinking of Sahasrara or the Escape. It might be the Escape because he bought bombs.
He's going left and up, so Escape it is.
So Zentrigger stays Metroid for a bit. We'll get a lot of different checks here.
Full magic tree pool, that's pretty handy.
I'd prefer to see that later in the game when I'm actually using the magic.
Big heart container from the uncle.
I won't argue against that early game. That's just really helpful to get.
And a flute.
That is really helpful to get right now, because with that, if you awaken the bird, you can go straight to Death Mountain and go straight to Paradox Cave on the east, because you got the hook shot.
Yeah, we're actually not going to need to dive all the way through Brinstar and part of North Air to get to Death Mountain. Handy.
Still gonna check Escape since he's in the area. Makes sense.
If you're playing Link to the Past Randomizer and you're in standard mode, one of the items you can get for clearing the whole of Escape, both the front and the dark portion, could just be a mere 10 bombs, but with 15 bombs and the hookshot to stun the guards, it's pretty trivial.
Now, we don't know if he'll actually be able to go through the entire Escape. It all comes down to where the small key spawns. If it spawns in the Sanctuary End, then he's gonna have to get the glove to come back.
Zentrigger is taking out a bit more of Super Metroid. Below Mother Brain's lair is 5 missiles. I actually didn't know you could check that with regular bombs. I always thought you needed the screw attack or power bombs for it.
No, it's definitely regular bombs. Regular bomb. I mean, screw attack makes it easier, especially if you don't have bombs to save power bombs. But yeah, it's always been bomb.
It's just one of those checks when I was used to play Super Metroid, I would always be doing at the very end of the game. Zentrigger picks up their power bombs a second time, but does not get 10 bombs for their trouble.
Just 3 bombs, probably headed towards Billy Mays. And Alpha Missiles, of course. Having the hookshot really makes it a lot easier to bomb these guards, stunning them and then hitting them with a bomb.
And the stun price from them is another bomb. So, not going to have any ammo issues in here. Ooh, there's a nice energy tank. Early game health in Super Metroid is a bit more important than in Link to the Past, because in Link to the Past you still start with 3 hearts, and that can let you survive quite a lot of stuff. But in Super Metroid, if you're forced to go into nasty areas like North Area without any energy tanks, you can get chucked down pretty fast.
Especially without suits, the pointy spikes that we're about to see in the next room deals 60 damage, so you're dead in 2 hits right out of the gate. And these ones have a layer of water on them, so if you fall on them, you're pretty dead. I think the boulders hurt quite a bit as well, actually. Total setting up for Death Warp. No key. I hope the key is going to be in the next chest at the Dark Cross. If it's not, then he's going to have to forego the rest of these Sanctuary chests until later.
And in Billy May's room, there was pretty much nothing. But wait, there's nothing.
Oh wait, there's more. Absolutely nothing.
Hey, Toto. Oh. Yeah, he's hoping for that one last walkie.
Bonus points if he gets the glove there instead.
Now, unlike most of our forays into early escape, we have the lamp this time, so we can actually see our way through here. It's not a big deal because we have the hookshot anyway, so we could just poke our way through. All these snakes and rats and bats die in one hit from the hookshot.
The zentrigger has to be careful around those big guys. They do a lot of damage. I think they're probably 2 hits for regular suit. So you got to be really careful around.
Toto gets a piece of heart from the chest and then tugs on the door a bit to express his displeasure. Because we're going to have to wait for the glove to check the rest. Meanwhile, Zentrigger gets her first sword from the Green Brinstar.
That's a good find for Zelda, definitely. He's out of power bombs though, so he's gonna be a bit careful. Can't make certain power bomb checks without it. Not finding a whole lot of anything else here though. Although it appears to be heading towards Eastern / Sahasrahla. You'll be able to check almost all of Eastern. We've got the lamp, so the big key chest is in logic now.
Zentric is going for the green super missile clip here to try and break the block. Gets in a couple tries. Nobody wants to go fight the broccoli that's lurking just above this room.
Who?
It's just overgrown, nasty broccoli.
Who? I don't know what you're talking about.
Spawn, of course.
Never heard of him.
He's like one of those DLC bosses, but nobody ever pays for that one.
I was gonna say, because I just never see him, so if he exists, I mean, he must be very well hidden. Aga is not in logic, unless I missed another sword out there somewhere, or the cape. We still need Master Sword to break the barrier, essentially, or the cape to go through. Oh, wait, there's the cape. Never mind. I've been focusing on Zentrigger's screen, so I did not see what Total was up to.
What Total is up to now is he is unleashing the seagull onto Hyrule for it to poop on all the residents from above and steal their sandwiches. So get your 07s in chat if you love seagulls. I personally hate them.
Well, he apparently found Speed Booster while he was there too. I was not looking at that screen at all.
And Total's he's using up through to get into the desert air and have a look inside. 20 rupees on the ledge.
Might as well get Agana while you're at it.
He's going to Agano first.
Not a bad idea. You probably usually want to check Agana after desert, but because he has the flute, he can just leave the desert and then flute away instead of saving and waiting.
So not much in Green Brinstar other than that sword. Zentric is mostly finding lots of hearts, arrows, and and that's about it. Oh, and bombs. Can't forget the bombs.
Total is gonna use the flute. Hopefully he'll go check Death Mountain now, because there's quite a bit you can do there.
He actually did not stop off in Desert Palace. Surprising.
Yeah, well, there's a bit more to get in Death Mountain right now, so I figure that's probably what he's thinking. And he knows he can't beat it, and he knows he can't complete it because the boots are still missing some.
It is just 2 items here, for one of them is in logic when normally... I mean, when was the last time you actually saw somebody retrieve the old man in the light?
Good question.
Zentrigger spends a couple more super missiles to get a green gate glitch for rupees. We've had bombs, arrows, heart containers, now rupees.
Total gets some super missiles from the old man, and he's gonna either check east or quickly check the upper area, maybe check Business Center while he's at it. Or block Business Center's entrance with that.
Uh-oh. I did not see what Zentrigger died to there, but that loses them their sword and a lot of other items. And
Mostly a lot. At least he'll have prior knowledge of where the important stuff is, but yeah, definitely not a good result. Here's another energy tank, so yeah, it comes down to if you don't have a lot of energy with Metroid, you're gonna have a really bad time sometimes.
Black Moon in chat. Yes, Total is actually the lead developer behind the combo randomizer, but for the purposes of the tournament, we are generating seeds for the randomizer on the speed gaming server. So Total has no input on those. He cannot use any extra cheats to get them, and even if he used extra cheats to get them, he may end up losing to somebody like Solsky anyway.
I mean, it's not like we expect him to cheat, but precautions are being taken just to be safe. And he'd still lose to Solsky anyways, probably.
So Zentrigger is rechecking a couple of his items that he already got, such as those 5 missiles. Apart from that fighter sword, he's got a lot of like random stuff to collect back down here to be as well equipped as he possibly could be. But he may just decide to go grab that sword and then go east into North and Crates there.
I don't think he checked the early supers area though, and the Edegoons, whatever.
Yeah, he didn't get that far.
Those things we can pull off later.
He took his death in Big Pink, so ooh, gets clobbered by a side hopper there and dips down to very low health. And
Those
Toto's
giant
making
side
it to
hoppers are
Paddock's Cave.
scary.
Toto is cleaning out Paddock's Cave. Ooh, that's a hammer in Paddock's Cave. And a spacer beam, not so ooh. More like yeah.
I mean, no, I'll take it. And Fire Rod. I'll take Spacer. We don't have Plasma out and about right now. They have no other beams. I mean, Spacer's it's still pretty good.
I'd give that pretty much a 8 out of 10 in Paddock's Cave just for hammer and fire rod.
No love for Spacer. Shame on you. Total having really bad luck with the dead rocks today. No one really likes those enemies. They just like to follow you around, and when you try to hit them away, they block critical paths and just infuriate you to no end.
Dead Rock Block. Dead Rock Block Redemption 2.
Or, you know, just call them mountain scrolls, because that's what they look like to me. Yeah, we still need the glove, we still need the pearl. We don't find any of those soon, they could think to go to Aghanim.
We've got the slow walk around Spiral Cave this time, but at least we can use a hookshot to one-shot all these moldorms and berries. I've said this before, why are the jellyfish called Barry? My next door neighbor is called Barry.
I think it's like B-A-R-I or something like that, because I'm pretty sure like the tiny ones from the red ones are berries.
Yeah, all those names kind of got revealed in Ocarina of Time, I think it was, because you had the berries and the berries and the baronade, which presumably you wouldn't be putting in your cooking, but you know.
That boss. Oh god, that boss. Cool name, scary boss.
Turtle's checking out a little bit of upper Norfair here, and he misses a quick kill on the Nova, but we're jumping down here anyway, because we have the Morph Ball for once.
I almost kind of forgot he had more full. I was like, oh no, he missed it. Oh, that's right, he can just go down into the hole anyways, because he can do it.
Zentrigger's down in the Edikins bit. He did not jump across to get the 20 rupees or the other item behind there, so I guess he checked that earlier before his death. Or maybe he just missed and forgot about it. I don't know.
This could
Kinda
be
hard
where
to
he
judge at
died,
this
but I'm not
point.
sure. He really needs to find an energy tank somewhere soon. Trying to get the Mog Ball so he can get the easy escape. First try. We have Total going a little out of logic, checking Ice Beam through heated rooms. You don't have to do heated rooms in normal logic. On hard logic, it can be required, however, but this tournament is normal.
Total subverting his own logic. For shame. And only for 3 bombs.
He might not make it out of here alive though, that's the thing.
He did take the save down in Norfair, so he'll be fine getting it out of here, even if he does die.
Even if he did die, he's saved automatically. Ooh, zentrigger died again. He's saved recently though. He's saved in Brinstar before doing stuff, so he's pretty good still.
Right, but he also saved here in Norfair.
I'm talking about zentrigger, not Total.
Oh, right.
Zentrigger dying recently. I had watched him save at that save point recently, so he's good.
And now he's at early supers.
Oh
Ooh.
boy, that's a gravity suit. That's a Varia suit.
What, again?
Oh god, both suits in the same room.
Like, there was a race just a week ago where both Gravity and Faria were in Mini Moldorm Cave. And now we've got parallel suits again.
Oh, this is even better because there's only 3 checks in that area, and 2 out of 3 are the suits, so Zentrigger's probably really happy to find that.
Yeah, Turtle's on his way to Kraid with basically no health. He's got to be a bit careful with the key hunters here. Yeah, takes a hit from one and loses 20 health.
Now, Zentrigger's suits are out of logic for him, but Speed Booster is a Sahashwala, so it is in logic overall. So he's gonna have to make his way all the way back up there soon, because he's not gonna be able to do any, Norfair or Meridia full clearing without those. This could also make Zentrigger check all of Metroid too, so we might not see them go back to Zelda for a while. Exception to maybe if they go to Lower Norfair with Space Jump, when they eventually find that, maybe they could go out and check Misery Mire, if they have the Moon Pearl by then.
Now, we've got our other optional piece of DLC coming up, and Turtle's probably going to want to skip that because he doesn't have too much health for taking fingernails to the face or get spat rocks on. Ooh, nice quick kill for.
Don't have to see that nightmare.
Big 300 behind crate. So, Turtle, he could be going back to Link to the Past here, or he could start making his Bunchar checks from the other sides. A bit of red tattoo for the sake of it. Yeah, a funny thing about DLC in games back in 1994, you'd normally call that cheat codes, and now these days, when you want a cheat code or you want to make your character a different color or a different, or a completely different character, you have to pay for it. Whatever happened to cheat codes? Ooh, imagine if, Metroid Prime 4 has paid DLC to turn Samus into her fusion suit, or something horrible like something else horrible. I don't think she has many other suits other than like the pet suit from Metroid Prime 3, and it's mostly just random variations. I guess there's the light suit in Metroid Prime 2, but yeah. Yeah, Asia Cooper. Actually, yeah, most of those cheat codes you'd only find those out in magazines and such, which you would have to pay for. So magazines were the DLC of the past. Wow. 50 rupees in the space room. Total's getting pretty loaded on cash now. No gloves yet, so King Scam is going to have to be waiting a bit more to scam Total to pieces. Zentrigger's going up to Gauntlet, and Total's going to be doing his own wall jumps to get up to the top of Red Tower here. He might go into Brinstar, or he might decide to take the NMG route and go all the way up to the top of Red Tower. Oh yeah, you can't wall jump up to that part, so you're going to have to use bomb jumps. Excuse me. If there's early morph balls, all this kind of stuff like infinite bomb jumps isn't logic. It's one of the few tricks that is expected of you in normal merge logic. In hard logic, you are required to do quite a lot more. In hell dives through upper north air, snail clips, all that kind of fun stuff. But this is normal merge logic, so most of those are strictly optional if we end up finding, well, Total has the speed booster, but if we didn't end up having the speed booster somewhere, we could just go for snail clips and sequence break anyway. They tend to be quite a bit more beneficial in Super Metroid and Link to the Past because if you know your tricks well enough in Super Metroid, you can pretty much clear all of it with just a few items. And he's going for the NMG route up the tower. Okay, nice to see. Morph Ball was in Mini Moldom Cave. So Centric is doing their own bomb jumps to get to the top of Criteria here. And he may be having a high five with Turtle here pretty shortly. They're kind of converging on the same position right now, just from different directions. And a lot more suits in the case of Zentrigger.
I don't see Total going the right way for his suits.
Yeah, no grapple beam. You can kind of do bomb jumps over to the other side of the wreck ship pond, but it's really, really difficult. So, I don't see him going over there either.
Never know at this point.
He's going left.
Okay, somebody's trying to do some strange things. You never know. Oh, I mean, he's also got a speed booster too, so.
No power bomb, so it's still raining here for him.
That's right, he's still missing power bomb. Oh, going through this is going to be a nightmare.
And fun thing about the rain outside in Criteria, it only stops when you get power bombs from somewhere. In the vanilla game, that would usually be at the top of Red Tower, so you'd get your power bombs, so you'd send out to red tower back into criteria, and you see it stops raining, and you get that amazing music theme.
Total missing power bombs, zentrigger missing energy tanks. This is kind of a weird switcheroo here. Total has to be very careful. This acid will eat through you at high speed without suits. It'll eat through you at high speed even if you have suits, but still, it's just painful.
It is called a gauntlet for that reason. It's a bit of a gauntlet to get through.
And sadly, this item's only the halfway point, and it's crap. And I don't think Total has checked the other side, so he has no idea it's also crap at the end.
Nah, he dipped down into Terminator and then turned back and went back to Link to the Past for a bit. So he cleaned up Paradox Cave and got that hammer and fire rod, which are great finds.
This last part over here in the gauntlet is very scary without power bombs. There's like no safe spot, and you gotta bomb the last spot.
Yeah, the acid just dips over that platform slightly. I think he's got enough energy here that he can tank the acid for a bit anyway. Yeah, there we go.
Oh yeah, I guess you do need power bombs to check the back. I never thought of that. I'm just used to having power bombs when I'm at this point.
Oh, there's his first power bombs.
Zentrigger's probably starting to panic. It's like, where's my energy tanks at? I really need more health. These missiles aren't going to do it.
Total goes back to check Terminator, forgetting he already checked it. Not the worst of 3 checks he could make in the game.
No, Zen, don't go running back towards the blobs.
So Total's going to get his fairing gravity suit here pretty shortly, and then find nothing else in Green Bridstar, and then he's probably going to be going around to Upper North at this point, because he'll be pretty near the area again already.
I'll have the suits by then, so he can just start tearing through Norfair or Meridia or whatever at this point. He's got speed booster to carry himself all the way to Drago.
Pretty much, and don't need to bother with any Snell clips either. So we've got the 1-2 combo of BAM! Gravity suit, BAM! Fair suit, and the 5 bombs intermission.
Total probably thinking he just won the lottery right there.
So Total heading down to Elegant's bit, see again what items I missed here on the Zentrigger side. Or possibly what items he missed here. Ooh, he falls down anyway. Right, just a piece of heart.
Zen has to be wondering where all those energy tanks are hiding. He hasn't found a single one still. He's cleaning out a lot of Metroid.
He's going down to Norfair first instead of Kraid.
Keep in mind, he hasn't checked the hospital yet, so he doesn't have a speed booster, so a lot of the safer, shorter routes are going to be locked out, so he's going to save real quick.
So there's nothing back here that's high jump boost apart from that heart containers. But I reckon Zentrigger's probably going to be going for a bit of Norfair first before possibly going to Kraid. I don't know. He may decide to subvert my expectations. He Runners in the races lately like to subvert my expectations a lot. No,
You'll,
Ocelot.
you'll think they're doing one thing, and then they'll turn around and do the opposite.
No, Ocelot, you are not going to be good at predictions this time. We are going to do the complete opposite of what you think they'll do.
Oh, I don't know if this is going to get through the Ice Palace bomb jump in one shot. No, it's going to do it in 3 shots.
Oh, you're never going to let him live it down, are you?
No, but you know, he can turn around and remind me that I missed the mushroom check on my 3rd race, I believe, and that screwed me over badly. He's got plenty of dirt on me, so there's nothing stopping him from turning it back around.
zentrigger is getting back up to grade. They were farming a couple of missiles from those Novas there. I think they're called Novas. Basically Geemers, but on fire.
Yeah, the fire ones are Novas. Four shots total. Can you do this?
He's trying to position quite carefully here. Won't be able to hear if he gets through, but it looks like he got it in one try.
The mirror. Tuttle
Wait,
didn't
this
have
was back.
power bulbs when he came through here, I'm pretty sure, so he missed the mirror before.
Oh.
That could be very costly. I hope he's remembering that.
Good chance that Swamp Palace is a crystal today. Ooh. Never leave behind an orphaned item in Super Metroid or Link to the Past if you can help it. It's Christmas. We're supposed to be saving the orphans.
If you tell me to save the animals, you're gonna get shot.
We're just going to go check out one usually orphaned item here, which is Waterway. Blue mail, not too bad.
It's nice to have in early Zelda, especially.
Pretty nice to have in late Zelda too. Ganon hugs are pretty deadly. He's just a loving guy, he wants to hug you, but it causes so much harm to you that everybody just rejects Ganon.
No, please, get back in the ground. It's terrible. I'm sorry, you look ugly. We don't need to see this crate, please.
Sense a bit of fat shaming going on there.
I could get nightmares from this. I really could.
Crane's a pretty lonely guy. He doesn't have much to do in his room. He can't exactly get out of his room because he's so huge. So what else can he do but eat all day?
I don't even want to think about that. Total was trying to get a speedball to get those bomb blocks for a little swag. Couldn't quite get it though.
So I think at this point, the mirror is in a completely awful out of the way location in Crate's level total, and it's basically going to be for both these runners. When are they going to start scouring all these items they may leave behind in the seed to try and find, say, the ice rod or the mirror or the bow or anything else that could cause us to hit a roadblock in Link to the Past and have to force us to cover the world looking for it?
I mean, worst case scenario is Total could have forgotten that he skipped that item too.
So zentriggers, yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna check the Death Mountain area. He'll find an energy tank finally. Well, if he goes up there, that is.
Also, hookshot and hammer.
Well, he's got hookshot. It's just the hammer is on the way.
Hammer and fire rod. Sorry, hammer and fire rod.
Yeah, that's a hook shot. That's why it's going on in the first place. Don't prove me wrong by going right back into the portal right after you check Spectacle Rock. That would be very sad.
You could also go into Tower of Hera.
And it's see total head that way, so it'll be see if he actually does Hera. It is a pendant though, so it might discourage them from wanting to go there. It is possible for Mirror to not be strictly required, but if Swamp Palace is a crystal, it is definitely required. And it's pretty much a 1 in 7 shot of it being a pendant at this point because we have 2 pendants on the Light World.
I think the worst case scenario would be Thieves Town being a pendant at this point.
I don't know, Total Rock pendant can be terrifying too.
Yeah, but as you know that you're not going to need the Ice Rod for that strictly, unless you've got the unfortunate case of an item being on a pedestal. Which I have not seen so far in the tournament. I've seen
Or
it over on the past side.
You could be like my last seed, where Green Pendant Turtle Rock led to Sahasra, led to Hookshot, led to Go Mode, so it's possible. It's terrible when it happens, but it's possible.
For Link to Past right now, we're particularly looking for the Titan Smiths or Paragraphs and the Moon Pearl, because we have no Dark World access just yet. If you find the Paragraphs and the Moon Pearl, we've got that Dark World access, likewise with Titan Smiths, but tricky.
That Aghanim 1's starting to look a bit more tasty now.
Yeah, early Cape, early Lamp, and an early Sword. It's not good prospects for Aga.
I'm starting to get curious what it might be on Pyramid now. If we get space jumps sometime soon, though, there could be something important in Checkerboard Cave as well.
Whoops, zentrigger tries to mirror onto Spectacle Rock.
I did that yesterday during the Festive Randomizer. It happens.
Unfortunately, no Festive Rando in our tournaments here on the Link to the Past Fall tournament.
Which is a shame, because when I was playing the Festive Randomizer after playing this for so much, there were at least 2 instances where I tried to cross into Super Metroid, and it was like, oh, there's no Zevs here, there's only a Great Fairy, there's only the back of the old man's cave. I feel like an idiot right now. And many instances of trying to check items in advance and realizing I can't check items in advance, they're present boxes.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody check out a vanilla fortune teller just to get a health refill.
I think I've seen it once. Only once, though.
Our turtle is on their way to wrecked ship.
We have ourselves an ocean fly, boys and girls. A full ocean fly. That's beautiful.
So one item going into Fountain here, which is just a heart piece, and then Turtle is going to be taking on Fountain with less than half of its total health. Does have a gravity and fair for extra defenses, but it's still kinda icky.
I mean, you gotta finish him off now that you've done the ocean fly swag.
Yeah, I think it's a bit better.
If he dies, we get to see him do it again.
Yeah. I think it's a bit better than what you would end up with NMG, which is generally going to be Parachute and I think just one extra energy tank. So it's not the worst spot to be in.
You cannot force me to do Phantom with the regular Parachute and 1 energy tank. I will not do it.
I haven't seen NMG in a while, so I can't quite remember how many energy tanks you do face Phantom with, but it's definitely just a regular Parachute. You essentially go through Brimstone and up Red Tower, and over to Fantoon. We skip over Varia entirely. He's getting quite a few good hits in on Fantoon so far.
He's surviving, that's important.
Compass in the big chest and tower of hair. I think that means I haven't seen the map yet. I don't know if there's going to be an item in the basement or not. And zentrigger does not have that firewall yet to check out the basement.
Yeah, actually, he's already been to the basement. He's got the lantern, remember?
Oh yeah, of course.
And the big key was there, so he needed that to progress up here in the first place.
Toto takes down Fantoon with actually more health than he started with, so very nicely done.
I will let health remain on him as he goes through this next area. That's the question. And now, introducing everyone's favorite troll dorm. It's not everyone's favorite. Everyone hates this thing. Oh, the fighter sword strats. He could just use the hammer. 3 hits and no anchored phase.
No hammer yet. That's some paradox. He's got the hook shot, but he needs a hook shot.
That's right. I'm thinking he had the hammer already. He's like, no, he got the mirror. He took the other way to get there. I'm not thinking straight there.
Well, I've got some rage storm going on here because of that fighter sword, but he gets enough sword to spin in to get his first pendant. More energy for Total. That helps quite a bit for getting through the next area, which is the lovely named Spiky Room of Death. Super Metroid has the best room names.
I mean, I started calling the Spike Cave the same name, actually, so they both have lots of spikes and are a pain to get through.
I think it's fair to say that Super Metroid names are objectively better than Link to the Past names because Link to the Past has K45. Who calls a cave K45 just because it's numbered that in the IDs or whatever? Such a lack of imagination.
I have a friend who refuses to acknowledge the name Hype Cave, so it happens. Total did not save, so he has to go back the way he came, the manual way. Got a gravity suit, so it's a lot easier.
And it is, if you can get past the spiky room of death without taking a hit anyway, it's actually faster to do this than taking the reset it back to this to the save room. I've seen people pass up springboard to take the save back to save room and still end up slower than the person who took the springboard.
I also partially refuse to acknowledge the name Paradox Cave. I still like calling this Lucky Cave instead.
Hype Cave stopped being quite so hype in a couple of versions ago in Link to the Past, and Paradox Cave has 7 items, so it's much more likely to pay out than the cave with 5 items. And at least Valley Roads isn't a thing anymore. For quite a long time, Skull Woods, with its measly 2 items, had a very high chance to have a progression item in there.
It still does.
That
I
stuck
see
around
it
for a
more
long
often
time.
than not.
True, I guess. But it's not like practically guaranteed anymore, so.
Well, the logic has changed over the years. I mean, I've been playing A Link to the Past Randomizer since version 1, so I've seen it change significantly over time.
Zentrigger has a worse time in Spiral Cave, course, but no, he's got a hook shot. Why doesn't he just use a hook shot? Meh.
But that last troll dorm on that diagonal can be very hard to hit with the hook shot. I did not see what the reserve tank check was.
300 rupees or 500 or 50, just rupees anyway.
300, 550. Is it any of those, or is it a green rupee at this point?
It's a green rupee of some sort of value. It's not a red rupee or blue rupee.
Zentrigger is gonna be happy. He's gonna find the flute in a moment.
Turtle's about to get his first enforced coffee break of a seed.
Next thing will tell me it's 1,000 rupees.
Yeah, hopefully he's taking notes and has taken a note. Yep, left an item behind the crate's lair. Probably should go back and check it.
He probably won't think about going there till later, because there's really nothing out there to check. The next closest item will probably be X-ray, and that's out of logic still.
It'll pretty much just be an incidental. Oh, I should really go do this before I forget if you're on your way to Meridia or somewhere.
I honestly don't have faith in him going back and checking that item at this point. It might be the thing that does him in the seed, but we'll hope that he can still go back and get it.
We'll just have to see, because he does have a bit of a progression advantage on zentrigger at this point, having cleared out Kraid and Fantoon and all of Rex ship.
It's all
He
going
has
to come
done
down to what the last pennant Dark Wolf's going to be at this point.
Last item under the sea is a red boomerang.
Not particularly useful since we have the hook shot, but it's always nice to see those early game at least.
So, in terms of places we can check out in Super Metroid, there's pretty much most of Norfair right now. In Link to the Past, there we can dip into Desert Palace and Eastern Palace, but at the moment things are looking pretty roaring for that Power Glove and Moon Pearl. Are we going to have to do Aghanim for that Dark World access, or well, East Dark World access?
I mean, I have a feeling people are probably going to want to check all of Norfair and Meridia before they even think about doing that. Well, let's see if Total makes his way back towards the mirror.
Yeah, he's back in Red Tower again. I'm surprised he didn't check out that side hopper room on his way up the first time.
He's doing what I tend to do. Oh, that's right. He already been here, apparently.
Yes, he has.
I mean, he's doing what I usually do on my runs. I usually do Wreck Ship, and then after Wreck Ship, I'll go down Red Tower, and if I can, get X-Ray on the way done. Just route that in with those 3 checks.
Yeah, so he's rechecking a couple items just to waste a bit of time, because, you know, that's what he can do when you're double tracing your steps.
So you're thinking about power bomb checks. Hopefully he's thinking about the Britstar one, the Kraid one, because he's gonna want that.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. He couldn't break that wall earlier because no power bomb, so he's making the checks again. Kraid's lair is out of the way though, particularly that room. Ooh, he's going into X-ray.
This is a very risky idea.
He has got plenty of energy and suits to get through here, so I think there's actually quite a bit of discussion about this in the previous race. I think doing the bomb jump here is in logic, but oh, he's going for the damage boost. Get in one try, really
It honestly depends at this point what your suits look like at this point, because if you're trying to do this with the power suit, you better have a lot of energy to do that, because again, 60 hits damage per spike hit is a lot.
There's just a piece of hardback here, but that was extremely quick and superbly executed X-ray room check. So we are unleashing another hellish seagull onto the lands of Hyrule, here to poop on your heads and steal your sandwiches. I don't even live near the coast, but I still get seagulls stealing everything if you just leave a bit of food outside. But if you have
I'm sorry,
a...
did you say something? I was busy saluting.
Yeah, if you like your seagulls, get your 07s in chat.
Looks like Zen might be checking. Well, he's going for Ag, and I might go to Desert. We'll see. Tolo is not going towards Cray. Oh, wait, maybe. No. Okay, yeah, he is. Okay. Okay.
He's
Just
breaking
opening the tank.
He could go down to Norfolk.
Nope,
Oh,
he's going
going
back
for
for
it.
that
He's
check.
going for it. Ah, this is so good for him that he remembers. So here we have the mirror that Toto had to leave behind earlier, and he's probably super pleased that he managed to do the thing and remember where he left behind items.
And now we can return to praying for Turtle Rock Pennant in peace.
It's actually a really good skill in combo randomizer, or just general randomizer in general, that if you leave behind an item, you really should go check it out when you have the means to get back at it. Particularly notorious fun for that also is the big chest in Thieves Town, because you can basically clear all of Thieves Town and not worry about that chest at all, because it's just one check and you can clear the dungeon without it. But if you don't have a hammer, it's going to be possibly niggling the back of your mind for the rest of the seed, or you may possibly forget about it completely and, oh whoops, the bow was there.
Or you can just pray that the small key is locked inside the chest. That can happen, and that would just make it impossible to be in there and no point to go there in the first place.
Turtle did goof up a bit there. He forgot to re-enable his speed boost again for this room, so he got stuck.
He already checked Ice Beam earlier, so now it's just Crumble Tower and Crockmire probably.
I mean, I love Crocomire. Always bet on Croc. He's had a lot
Or
of stuff
not.
lately.
Turning back around, probably gonna head towards Bubble, I guess.
Honestly, I think every single race I've seen lately has had either a important item behind Crocomire or just something really nice like silver arrows or half magic. Always bet on Croc. I mean, at this point, I just want to subscribe to Oats and Goats just to get the Oats Croc emoji.
Oh man, that's not nice. So, Screw Attack is boots locked, unfortunately.
So that's
like we
one
probably
thing
have
that's
a little-
boost locked.
We might have one more item on the boss as well. I hope Zen's not thinking about going that way because we don't have the glove.
Yeah, we had, I think it was a certain Zosty who tried to get into the back of desert without the mirror yesterday. At the same time, Ancient Gamer was trying to check out the floating island on Death Mountain without the mirror. So, you know, zentrigger proves himself superior and doesn't make the same mistake.
I mean, it is possible to do desert without the glove. You'd have to. All you need right now is space jump. Go to Lower North Fair, and then mirror out of Lower North Fair, past the rocks, and inside Desert Palace. Very convoluted, very out of the way, but possible. And I would sit here and laugh if the Landmollas had a glove too.
That would be possibly the ickiest thing I would ever see in a combo randomizer. Wow. I didn't even think of that.
And maybe Meyer Shed or Meyer having another glove as well. Well, Zen gets Speed Booster, so now he's probably thinking about those Speed Booster checks he skipped earlier.
Turtle gets over the cack attack there and is on his way to the speed booster. Some really good Super Metroid execution by Turtle so far. Yeah, and he has got to turn on his speed booster again when going through here, because he's going to get caught in the lava on his way out. It won't do any damage to him because he's got a gravity suit, but it's just going to be there and red and in your face and annoying. Kind of reminding you, yep, you should be going faster for this room.
A whole lot of nothing from Speed Booster's area right now.
Zentrigger's also on his way to Vantoon.
What's the lore behind this? Ask Total. He's the one who made this in the first place.
Yeah, in the link to the past opening credits, it gets all sorts of stuff like, also, here's Acronym, you have to kill this guy. You very frequently don't. And in Super Metroid Combo Randomizer, you don't get that.
You do fight him later on, you know, in Tower. There's high jump boots at Wave. Yeah, Zen trying to do a gravity jump into Wreck Ship. Not logically required, but we do have the bombs and speed booster to get in there anyways. Got ourselves a Master Sword.
Yeah, pretty reasonable bubble mountain today. I would definitely give Turtle the edge in check so far. Obviously, he hasn't done Tower of Hera, but we don't even know if we need that pendant yet. There's nothing else in the rest of the dungeon of any worth. We did have an early books, and we've got the mirror, so when we are getting over to Skullwood, which we will do eventually for whatever reason, we could be routing in a pet check, may find something there. Now, Turtle is betting on Croc, so he's going to take a gate glitch here and is on his way.
Gate glitch not in logic, but he has speed booster, so he could have gone back the other way to get in. So this area is still in logic. It's just that trick is not.
So say hi to Crocomore, everyone's favorite Super Metroid boss. He's just a really friendly guy. I mean, it's been a long time since I played vanilla Super Metroid myself, but I've heard that if you don't attack Crocomore, he just kind of sits there chilling. Doesn't even attack you.
I thought it pushes you back towards the spikes. I mean, I could just be thinking of Super Metroid Z Factor, but I'm not sure. No
just
tank right there.
A milk tank.
Nope, not a milk tank.
Well, what else are you going to use it for?
Let's not get into that. Anyways.
Ooh, blue suit.
He is frozen in time.
So the blue suit glitch is basically where you have your speed booster interrupted by something that is not a solid wall, which you would normally collide off of. So, oh well, he collides off a wall anyway. But you typically see that in Dragon's room, where when Dragon dies, if you're like shine sparking through him, his death will stop your shine spark, but you still keep the shine spark saved up, which gives you the blue suit state for sometime until you choose to use it. And speaking of shine sparking and getting around fast, there's the Pegasus boots. Always bet on Croc. It's a consistent 100% working strategy. I absolutely guarantee it.
The Z Factor is a bad hack. Changed my mind. Pegasus boots are nice to have. Let's see what's hiding out. Like, just where are those? Where's the glove and the? What are you doing, Total? Where's the glove and the pearl? Oh yeah, screw attack will be in logic now. We'll be on logic, or like just obtainable at this point. But Total doesn't know that because he has not ventured into desert yet. We have our first bottle up here, which means Big and Sick Kid. Maybe he has the moon pearl, or a glove, or something useful.
Or maybe he's got 5 missiles.
Or 5 rupees. Or a single oh, tempered sword.
Yep, Croc paying out in spades today.
Yeah, this is a good Crocmire. Now, what will Total do next? Will he break logic and go to Lower Norfair? Or will he go up to Meridia? Or will he just leave Metroid and go straight to Zelda and prove me wrong twice?
We pretty much have to take the play that we think both of us think is the least likely, and that's going to be the play he makes. It's the consistent pattern so far, at least in the last few races.
I think the least likely play I'm thinking of is him taking a 5-minute break. Sorry, Commodora.
Or at least he's ending out of Upper Norfair. Perhaps he's on his way to Meridia.
I think that's the first bottle. It's the first bottle I've actually seen, but I could be wrong. Doesn't look like he even checked what the item was, so that was probably bothering him a bit as well. Looks like it's Meridia time.
Yep, a lot of items over here in Meridia, and we can get to them all with the speed booster, except for one, which I don't like to talk about. Right, so now we've got the Main Street Shines back again. Nice your chance to get red mail.
I would gladly accept that red mail because the festive randomizer I did yesterday put all my mails in Ganon's tower, and I was not very happy about that.
Well, in the vanilla game, you actually get the red mail in the big chest in Ganon's tower. It doesn't really come in much use there.
I don't mind it being one mail, but not both of them. Oh yeah, and my other 2 swords were in Turtle Rock, so yeah, that scene was not very nice.
The turtles are hiding the other blue boomerang, and oh, Mr. Block there. Ooh, space jump.
Space jump. We got Lower Norfair access. We got Mire access. We got well, we don't have much of Mire, but we have Checkerboard Cave access now.
Yeah, we're essentially in Super Metroid Go mode now, and like the only thing we really need is a lot more supers or a charge beam, preferably plasma too if we get the charge beam.
If we don't get plasma and you find charge, it's gonna be a very fun mother brain fight.
So you might notice on zentrigger side that he now has all of the energy tanks that he was sorely missing earlier.
Interesting point. Like I said earlier, land mode is also unlogic because you can mirror beyond the rocks. So the last glove could. I think Screwtack's the only item I see in desert so far. One of the gloves could be at land mode, and the other one could be glove locked, like in Sanctuary basement. Honestly, they're not in Super Metroid Go mode. I mean, again, they can't kill him with a brain right now, so.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
what it basically means is, you can check like almost every single location, kill all the other main bosses. It's still really helpful.
I suppose Go mode is a bit of a misleading term for that. What would you call it? Like Explore mode? We can get everywhere we want to?
Not quite.
Right.
We're missing grapple for Shack Tool still.
Yeah, true. Hey, I said not to talk about that.
Too bad.
Okay, the reset pit's coming up for total. And Centric is nearly done with Rex ship. Power bombs and something.
He's going for the money.
He's passing up the supers. I would be grabbing those supers myself.
Well, technically, you're gonna have to find charge for Mother Brain. I mean, you'll be able to have charge for Mother Brain. It just depends on where it is at this point.
Yeah, the only place it's not guaranteed to be in is guaranteed to not be in is Ganon's Tower itself. No Super Metroid progress items can be found in Ganon's Tower, and the Charge Beam is considered a progress item because the game considers Ridley and Mother Brain to be out of logic if you don't have Charge Beam, because they don't drop ammo.
That doesn't stop it from being somewhere stupid like the pedestal, though.
Ugh. Exactly, you'd still want to probably be farming up a whole ton of supers in case of accidents like that.
And yes, charge beam can't be behind Ridley. You are expected to have charge for Ridley. As I got yelled at, well, not yelled at, but told last time I did this that, yeah, you do need it.
Chat pointing out that because we've got basically all of Moody access now, we only need the Moon Pearl for Dark World access. Because we can get them without gloves now.
You're not logically required to do plasma beams, however. Well, actually, it technically isn't logic because we do have screw attack access, but with the items he has right now, he can't get out of plasma beam. Well, he can, but you're not expected.
Blink in and you miss it because we got a dead board rune here on the total side, and Centric is going back down to Retro Brinstar. What's he doing?
Checking the tower.
Oh right, yeah, shaft supers. Well, oh, hey, there's our Charge Beam.
So charge no longer an issue.
So we're gonna have to take on Drake on the boring way today.
No grapple? I mean, you can do speed booster strats, but there's no grapple, there's no plasma or x-ray either, so yeah, it's either speed boost strats or the slow.
Turtle did use a couple of his supers at blowing up the turrets, so I wonder if he is gonna go for Shine Sparks. He's trying it.
I mean, you might as well at this point. He'll speed it up significantly. He doesn't have any super missiles, and charged spacer shots aren't going to do much either.
Misses that side
You
spark.
should be dead by now.
There we go. One headbutt and he's done.
She.
Well, of course, that we have some actual blue suit going on. Probably the most common time you'll see the blue suit in the game. The other consistent method of getting he loses blue suit. Yeah. The other consistent way of getting it is shine sparking into a suit upgrade like Faria or Gravity. There's quite a lot of
Or
nice.
getting grabbed by Dragon while crystal flashing, like a certain pair did recently.
He's still skipping supers. I don't like this. I mean, you've got the charge beam, but you're stuck with charge space up slots. Not even wave beam to just get a little bit of extra power.
He wants to spend 5 minutes charge beaming Mother Brain to death.
Maybe he's just banking on it being a Hundo seed complete from the start and hoping to find that plasma on his way. We know it too. Plasma is lovely, but
We are at 80 minutes in, there's still no glove and no moon pearl, so that's kind of probably starting to weigh on the runner's minds a bit.
Yeah, this has basically turned into one of those full clear Super Metroid seeds. This happens, you also get quite a lot of full clear Link to the Past seeds before going into Super Metroid. So many morph balls in Turtle Rock. I haven't been watching zentrigger side too much, but it looks like he went down through Retro Brinstar and across the new bridge and is back in the Red Tower area.
Where is he going now?
He's got to go get his space jumper, and he's also got to go bet on Crocomire. Ooh, powder plasma beam. Ooh, Toto's going for the...
for this?
Yeah, the pseudo spark doesn't outright kill the these pink pirates here, so Ooh, nice side spark. Yeah.
He should be good now.
That was a really nice side spark. He killed 2 of the pirates and then the third one with the echoes.
Got that one with the echoes as well.
Well, that is some really superb play, actually.
Unfortunately, finding Moon Pearl is only half the battle. We don't have the glove still, so the only way in the Dark World would be Agadim, and that's pain.
I mean, we could get it into Maya area and then curse that we can't get it into Maya because we have no medallions yet. Like you were talking about earlier. Ooh, Centric is passing up that red mail, or are they? No, they're going to go for the Shine Spark here. Loses a Science Spark. Maybe we'll get a Samuel Jackson image again.
I don't think we'll get that. Props to Ancient for that, but still, that's pretty funny.
So, as Zentrigger enters Meridia, Toto is leaving Meridia. I think he's just going to go learn Northend next. Plenty of items to be found down there, and they are all in logic. Even like the space jump, golden tweetser stuff.
Yep.
And after we clear out Lower Norfair, that pretty much leaves, well, total did X-ray room, so that leaves Shack Tool, any other items like... Oh no, he's back in Links to Past. Okay. See, I was talking about him going to Lower North, and then he decides to go and back to Link to Past instead. We are absolutely no good at predicting what runners will do.
Could be going to sick kid with the bottle now. Oh, actually, no. Why would he walk there normally? He's a flute. No, he's going. Where is he going?
Bonkrox.
Oh, okay.
We haven't done any boost checks yet, so... we've done a couple of checks before we had the boost, but we haven't done the strictly locked ones.
Here comes sick kid.
You know, he's dipped over to Link to Past just to make these couple checks. Is he going to go start dipping pendants, or is he going to go back to Lower Norfair?
I got magic powder to check now.
Okay, it's the bat too, yeah. Ooh, Ice Beam. Curse of Ice.
Now, if he wants to sequence break, he can check Shack Tool if you'd like to.
Ugh. Yeah, I've seen that clip using the weird bouncing jelly thing done a couple times. It's still really tricky to pull off. It's much harder than with the snail clips early in Meridia.
He's either thinking Tower Hero or Shack Tool right now, one or the other. Okay, it's not Shack Tool. You know, I get my hopes up a little bit.
Yeah, so it's going to be wasting time in Tower of Hero here, so we don't actually know what's on the pedestal yet. It may not be a waste of time, but it's pretty likely to be a waste of time.
I don't know, with that glove missing, there could be a glove on the pedestal right now, based on the limited knowledge we still have of where the Dark Pool stuff.
So we can get, well, if we do find the moon pearl somewhere, we can get to Dark World in two ways. We can get into the Maya area, check out the couple of items there. Maybe if we're lucky enough to get a medallion, we can get into Misery Maya too. But we're stuck in that area, and from Meridia we can go behind Dragon and get into the southeast side of Dark World from there, but we're going to need the flippers for everything else to be in logic. It's pretty easy to fake flipper your way from the southeast side to the rest of Dark World, but that is going to be a pretty big sequence break.
Ice Beam can be progression for a Morph Ball Red Tower. It's possible.
Oh, no, we're leaving tower. Back to Metroid we go.
He's going to Lower Norfair, not Shack Tool. Come on, man. Do me a favor here.
I mean, I've even seen like the best of runners when they try to do that Shack Tool clip, spend for a good 5 minutes on it. It's a huge waste of time. Even more than Shack Tool is just by its very existence.
Nah, it's not so bad.
I don't think it's even in logic if you're doing this on the hard mode. It looks like chat's talking about that too.
Tuttle's a bit low on health going towards Ridley's area. I probably would have got the energy refill on the way.
Yeah, if he decides to go straight to Golden Tweetzo and stand on his foot, he can still hurt you sometimes depending on yours and his positioning, so could be dangerous.
He could be
Maybe.
going to Meyer instead and hoping to get the green gate glitch quickly.
He's not going to Tweetzo first, at least by the space jump way.
First try.
And then just tops up his supers from the Rippers beyond. Pretty convenient. I'd definitely be taking a safety save before taking on the Tweetzo. Just in case.
He did save before entering Lower North here. Ow.
Have you ever had a bird statue fall on your head? And then just
I don't even want to think about that.
Okay, we're going for slow strats here. Good time to get a drink.
But I'm not thirsty.
Gives us time to check out zentrigger at least. It looks like he is just about to come up onto Dragon. Quite a few more supers than Turtle, so I think he's just going to go for peppering the belly with supers rather than shine sparks. But you never know, I've been wrong about everything so far. Perhaps I'll be wrong again.
Where are these Dark World required items that we're almost 100 minutes in?
Oh, looks like Turtle is done. God, it could be Moonpole and Checkerboard K from here.
If it is, it could be pointing them to do Aghanim 1. Ether for Meyer access.
It looks like Turtle's trying to do some Super Bunny here.
Yep.
I've actually been seeing this a couple of times in a few of the recent races. Ooh,
That's a good find. That is a very good find. Oh yeah, Total hasn't even dipped Desert yet, so he'll be very pleased to find a screw attack in a moment.
Yeah, zentrigger makes himself some shrimp. They don't cook it, but they do season it slightly with super missiles. There's a lot of ways you can cook a Dragon. I think Bow is probably the best possible item you could get there by sequence breaking. What else are we lacking for Link to the Past right now? It just looks like a cane. And of course, gloves everywhere, but you're not going to find the gloves in Super Bunny because you wouldn't be able to open those chests without the Moonpole.
I mean,
Maybe
you could find a
but
glove there.
yeah, well, not with the stuff we currently have, is what I mean.
Well, yeah.
So there's an item on Landmolus, and he's also got the green pendant. It's probably worth going to go kill him.
Gonna have to get the mirror exactly right. Let's see if he'll check checkerboard real quick though. Nope, going right for the place. A little off though.
2 blocks to the left. Here we go.
Both winners probably starting to get a little desperate here. I know I'd be freaking out by this point.
Zentrigger topped up their ammo before going to Plasma Beam, and they also topped up their health, so perhaps they're going for the same Shine Spark strats that Total pulled off.
Yeah, I've been joking about gloves possibly being here and in the logic, so it's possible. It's cruel, but possible.
Needed a couple tries to get the landmines there, and it's just 5 missiles. Still got one more check to do with that green pendant, and thanks to sequence breaking that bow in the Maya shed, Total can go clear out Eastern and do Sahasrara on his way.
We'll probably focus more on finishing out Lower Norfair first since he's already here. And get stuck on the wall.
Zentrigger is just going for the pseudo screws in Plasma Beam room to kill off pirates here.
Come on, Checkerboard Cave. Please have something good. Please have something good. Oh, wait. That's right. I'm dumb. No gloves. I lied! I'm kidding! Total probably thinking the same thing. It's like, oh yeah, Checkerboard Cave. They can totally... Right. They don't have the glove. Total thinking the same thing. I'm glad I'm not the only one that's feeling stupid right now.
Honestly, I know that I've been pretty horrible for getting older honesty Titansmiths to get in here and get in here. So, yeah, you're in good company here. So, back to Lower North where we go. At least there's plenty of items to find here that are in logic. So, worst room in the game, it's actually called that, rendered pretty trivial with the screw attack and space jump.
I mean, it's still entirely possible that a glove is in Checkerboard Cave. You just have to find the other glove first, and then go back for it.
Turtle's been pretty good about doing the checks that he's left behind so far. It allowed him to get that mirror in the first place, which could easily have waited another, 2 hours to get before thinking of it again. So, he's going to have noted down that checkable cave thinking, item here I can't get, should check later.
Could try to run that in with Meyer. I don't think we got a Dark Bolt check yet.
Zentrigger is making their way through Kakatak Alley. Where are they going to? They beaten Dragon. Are they going to take the back door out of Dragon and start doing...
Well, they can't check these sand pits.
I was about to think, they could do a sequence break and fake flip over to the rest of Dark World, but no, Moon Pole! Where's our moon pole?
Ridley has it. You know, I haven't seen them to Eastern Palace yet. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Moonpool was just hanging out there like, hey, how you doing? I've been here the whole time, buddies.
Yeah, could have gotten this an hour and a half ago.
If a runner finds a Moonpool there, they're gonna think they're about to lose this race. And fortunately for both of them, neither of them have to actually check that place, so it'd be interesting for sure. Stick a fork in me, I lost.
Turtle is low on supers here, he's low on energy, and now we've got a bit of farming to do.
I mean, you better do that at this point. A death to I don't know if he's saved on the way here, but a death here would put him back in the ship, and he'd have to go all the way back through North Air and Lower North Air just to get back here.
In Oats and Goats' race the other day, they or was it? Well, yeah, it was Oats and Goats. They had a couple of crashes exiting out of Upper North, and that caused them to have to try again on Ridley a couple of times because they lost so much progress in the. Turtle gets a heads up early hit on Ridley there with Powerbomb. They do actually hurt him. It can be anywhere in the room and they still hurt him.
Just exhausting all our missiles to start.
Chat corrected me. It wasn't Oats and Goats. It was Lack Attack. Yeah.
Yeah, Oats quit out of the tournament this past week, so I didn't think he, unless you were talking about a race from the previous week or something like that.
I know I've seen a couple of people who are on the SNES cartridge actually crash when they exiting from Upper North End, well, exiting from Lower North End to Upper, through the doorway past the Three Musketeers.
I haven't seen that yet. The weirdest thing I've seen so far is Metroid MST having a slowdown problem on the bridge of Pod near the big chest.
We've got a very angry Ridley here who's stuck in a pogo. Probably should be picking up Total by this point. There we go.
I mean, having the results of charge beam charge, he probably should have picked those super missiles up when he had the chance.
Yeah, it was essentially Lack Attack. They went down to Ridley, they took a death to Ridley and went back to a pretty far away save point, went down to Ridley again, killed it, then tried to exit, and game crashed when they went out of Upper Norfair, so they had to go down once more, kill Ridley once more. They took the save back, crashed again, going out the doorway, and essentially then had to go backwards through the acid room to get out of Upper Norfair, well, get out of Lower Norfair into the Maya area, and then make their way around after that. So Ridley's not hiding our moon pearl today.
It could be on the exit. If it's not on the exit, then I don't. Eastern Palace, maybe.
There was a race I did just, I think, 3 or 4 days ago where the moon pearl was in the Three Musketeers room. So it can happen. It's horrible, but it can happen.
I've seen it in Ridley exit enough times already at this point that I'm kind of used to it, kind of spawning there sometimes. If Moon Pearl isn't Eastern, these orders are going to feel really stupid very fast. I know I would. I would see it and I would be like, you've got to be kidding me. I'm doomed. There's no way. There's no way I can win now. And fortunately, both runners have made the same mistake, so that's not the case. Oh, there it is.
Well, not quite 3 Musketeers room, but pretty much as close as you can get.
Well, that's still a problem, though. Moonpool is one thing, but we're still missing a glove.
And this pretty much lets us only get into the Maya area now, and we kind of already did Maya area with Super Bunny, so doesn't get us into Checkerboard Cave, doesn't get us into Missing Maya because no medallions.
Aghanim's Tower.
Oh boy.
Zentrigger getting his boots. So the question is, what will Toto do first? Will he go to Eastern, or will he go to Aghanim's Tower?
He's got the bow, he can finish Eastern already, even though it's a sequence break Eastern. So I would be doing Eastern first just in case. Oops, here was a glove.
Well, that's it. So there's no glove down here in Metroid. So where are they? I don't know. Eastern Palace is now officially in logic. Yes, the bow is also now officially in logic. It wasn't in logic until he picked up that Mooncrawl, however. Zora is out of logic still, unless you think Flipper. Logically, you need either the flippers or the glove, and they have neither. Well, technically, actually, no, he's still not in logic. I was thinking mirroring out of the Dark World, but there's also another glove block there too. They've already cleaned out Death Mountain. Paradox Cave et al. Is done. No glove either.
Yeah, Toto is going for the perfectly reasonable crystal play here. He can also hand in his green pendant too.
Well, that bombs.
Yeah, so Tower of Hair useless today.
It could be. No, it can't be. I was thinking Spike Cave is like, no, there's a block at the end of it.
We can't count out the pedestal just yet. We haven't seen the Dark World check, so we don't know if Missing Maya or Todoroki are pendants or not.
Almost 2 hours in, and we haven't seen the Dark World checks.
But they can't both be pendants, they're gonna need the cane either way. If Turtle Rock was a crystal, it could be the Titan Smiths on the pedestal. It could also be any of the medallions on the pedestal, depending on what's the pendant or not. So Centric is going back for that screw attack in Desert Palace. Interesting. Does a screw attack by itself put anything in logic in Super Metroid?
Wait, what now?
The screw attack.
Anything additional aside from Plasma Beam's room? Not really.
And both runners have already gone and cleared out Plasma Beam room, so
Yeah, Gauntlet has been checked. Total did it with bombs and power suit even, so yeah.
Big chest has a compass.
Well, that pretty much just leaves all important checks left now.
So we've got the darkroom check coming up, and if it's just a glove, somebody's going to be feeling very, very dumb here.
Well, not too dumb, because you did have to go to Lower North to get the pearl. And if the glove is found at Armos, then they had to get the bow first.
If the glove is on armors, this was a lot of going back and forth quite for these logical steps. There's Quake.
Don't know what Turtle Rock is still, so it could be required. Might not be. Who knows at this point.
We've got Vanilla Ether for Missing Maya, so we're going to be needing that one. Craig is Schrodinger's medallion for now. So, sub 2 hours, first crystal. Coming up right here.
First crystal after almost 2 hours.
We have got 4 Super Metroid bosses down, so we could be killing Mother Brain at this point if we really wanted. Not that
I
we really
honestly
want to,
don't
but,
think you want to do Charge, Ice Phase, or Mother Brain. At least I know I don't want to. Missing the Armos Knights a bit there.
just a reserve tank.
This dungeon gets all my nope. At this point, I'm starting to think you need to go to Aghanim's Tower. No avoiding it, really.
Oh boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have our first Aghanim seed right here, right now.
First ever Aghanim seed? Surely you jest.
Well, not first ever, but still, it's oh, he's going for fake flippers though. He does not want to go. He does not want to go to Aghanim right yet.
Does anybody? All he just does is give you blue balls to the face, which is never really pleasant. Is he? No,
At this
you can't
point,
get a
I
waterfall
would
cave.
do it to get it over with. Get it over with. Give me my Dark World access. Let's just go with it.
Okay, you can check out Waterfall Cave without the Moon Pearl in Combo Randomizer. I guess there's some other item that counts for the ideas thinking, you have flippers, you can check this.
Got Wave Beam now. That put that one thing they checked in Bristar already in logic.
Ooh, loses a water walk there, so he's going to hop in the water here and splash.
Splish.
What am I talking about? Of course he has a Moon Pearl. Of course he can do the Waterfall Cave check. I'm dumb.
You know, of course he already has.
Yes, Zora with Big Trendy today, so...
Give it up, Total. You have to go fight Aghanim. Just get it out of the way and do it. Do not resist. You must do it. He's gonna check the hobo.
We pretty much went 1 hour, 40 minutes without finding a Moon Pearl. It just kind of like became the default state of mind for me at this point. Yeah, no Moon Pearl for the rest of the seed. You're gonna kill Ganon in bunny form. Zentrigger is on their way down to Lower Norfair now. So they're a fair bit behind Total at this point for checks. They will get their moon pole at the end, but such a horrible place for it, as always. And the Hobo had 5 missiles, so I guess we are going Aghanim. There's no way to get around it at this point.
Yeah, you have to ag him. Just submit to the Aga rule. And yep, he's going right for it now.
Oh boy, 2-hour Aghanim, what hype.
Yeah, you do have Darkwood access to Meridia. Unfortunately, there's no flippers, so that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, you can check out a couple of caves and kill a few enemies and, you know, doesn't really do anything.
Nope, no checks there at all.
You don't even get a hint out for your troubles.
This is where Darkwood access. Lumberjack has super missiles.
So where could these gloves be in the Dark Worlds, do you reckon? Because we can get over to the the Palace of Darkness area. We can use the hammer to get over to the south side. Use a hook shot to get over to the north and west side.
I mean, you have like full access almost. I mean, you don't have Dark Death Mountain, you don't have Ice Palace access right yet. We know we don't have Mire access without Ether. So pretty much these towns, Skullwood, Swamp, and Pod.
I mean, we could find both gloves in Mizumaya, but we find the medallions here in the Dark World, so we have to then go back to La Norfe again and take the back door to Mizumaya, and then get the gloves inside, so that you can then do the rest of Dark World. And you can't even take the fruit over to Mizumaya because you don't have the mitts to lift up the rock. All of the time wasting.
These cars not being nice to Total today.
So Zentrigger's also going right first in Lower Norfair. But they did go down to Tweetser and then they reset, so they didn't see anything of worth there. And they didn't kill the Tweetser.
Yeah, Total had to kill the Chorizo because he did not actually save before. Well, actually, no, he did save. But, I don't know. Just chose to kill it, I guess.
Okay, Aghanim, given that we are facing you off again at 1 hour 58 in the race, I reckon he's going to do 9 blue balls. What does he cast? 1 or 0?
Let's not be that mean now. It's just you have to fight him again later. Just I don't know.
That's number 1. Okay, he's proving pretty surprisingly generous so far. Still 1 blue ball, 1 more hit will finish him off.
Not so lucky.
So we're looking at maximum 3 at this point.
Oh, just
2 it
blue
is.
balls.
Okay,
At almost 2 hours, we have a good Dark World access.
yeah, good Dark World access, not stingy Dark World access. Okay, and a map check finally. The red crystals at...
The 5-6 is Thieves Town and Turtle Rock, and the pendant is on Pod.
Well, at least we're not going to have to play Hunt the Ice Rod this time.
Pod pendant worries me a little bit, though.
So Turtle is headed straight to Hype Cave.
I mean, there's 5 free checks here. Might as well get that done now. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes straight for Swamp right after, because that's another bunch of checks there too, and it's great. Oh, I lied. No flippers. I keep forgetting that for some reason.
Yeah.
But we get the grapple, so that puts Shack Tool in logic.
Well, Cave has bombers at least. That's much preferable to grapple or. Hey, zentrigger has got some Ghost Summers images going on here.
I give that Hive Cave an 11 out of 10. Go to Shack Tool.
So there's like a little spectral summers hanging out above it in the middle of the room. I've seen that before. I'm not quite sure what causes it. I think it's to do with the way you sign spark in that room.
Not a clue.
So we're getting out of a tablet check here. I think the first tablet either was just 5 missiles.
Hype Cave could have progression. We don't know what opens Turtle Rock yet. It could be Bombos.
Just bombs from the Bombers tablet.
Fitting.
So we can go up to Stumpy from here, we can check out Digging Game, and then we're stuck with either going into Pod, going over to Catfish, or making our way over to the village.
You can't do that, Total. Like, at this point, I honestly wouldn't go towards Digging Game. I would go the other way around, because then you can hit it on the way back. Because if you go left, you're going to hit a dead end of a mid-dead end, and, well, he's proven me wrong, so go for it. Get stuck and have to go the other.
Oh, we have got K45 out of this way too. At least he didn't leave that mirror behind.
Where are these gloves at, dude? Come on! We're less than an hour and when people usually start finishing these things, and we don't have gloves still.
Piece of heart.
Ridley dead on Zen's side, and Total getting stuck in a bush.
Better to be stuck in a bush than stuck behind a mirror you left behind in crates there. Okay, digging game. 30 digs for gloves coming right up, maybe?
The race I commentated last had 30 digs. Oh, nope, this is just 4.
All for supers.
My first match had 30 digs. My second match had 29. So, screw the digging game.
So, as Asda/Elminster is pointing out in chat, yeah, we could have fake flip it over to here so Aghanim wasn't strictly necessary if he wanted to do the sequence break, but logically speaking, it was.
Just call him Mr. Pear.
Oh, Turtle's going to hand in that mushroom.
Oh yeah, the mushroom. I was gonna say it's like if you're going towards King Zara, there's no point in doing this because you've already done it, and there's another rock behind here. Cash money.
Yeah, we can pick up some blues out here at least. Free a couple of those bees. We already paid off Zora, so we only need 110 rupees to get into pod, if we even want to go into pod. God, we could still end up with Titans on the pedestal. That would be insanely cruel.
Yeah, that's possible. We don't know what pedestal is still. None of them have done a check either, so... This is, I don't even want to know what this is now.
So Toto is paying particular attention here. He knows he can get into King's Tomb and Graveyard Ledge, and he's not leaving those behind.
Please send Lenofist a map to this area, please. Thanks.
Fire Shield, I guess that's not too bad for blind coming up. And at least whilst we're over here in the Dark World, we can go clear out, full clear Skullwoods and Thieves Town.
Wait, what did he get now?
Fire Shield.
Oh, I thought... I was thinking like burner or something else.
It's quite useful for blind because you can just face the fireballs and the shield will block them. So Tinder's Trigger's finally getting their moon bow. So finally we're getting some really item-rich checks coming in here on the Dark World. It's been a while coming.
Also, it'll be interesting to see when Zen will be tempted to go check our good friend Aga 1.
He could save himself a bunch of time by just fake flipping from the southeast Dark World at this point. Does have to go back behind Dragon to get over there though. 20 rupees in the brewery. This has not been a fun seed for Link to the Past progression so far. I mean, we got that early Super Metroid progression really quickly, especially with the Varia and Gravity right next to each other in early Supers in Green Brinstar, but Link to the Past has been so stingy.
It's not being very nice. We don't know where the boots. I'm at boots. The gloves are. I'm getting confused now. I'm not gonna shut up about the gloves because it's over 2 hours and we haven't seen a single one yet.
Oh boy, more fetch crests, just what we wanted.
Looks like Toll's gonna have to go digging again shortly.
Zentrigger was topping up their super missile supply from the bugs in the pipe lab. Not quite sure what for. He definitely doesn't have enough missiles to go kill Mother Brain yet. He does have a charge beam to finish off really slowly if he so chose, but you're not going to get anything in Link to the Past from there. Where is he going? I guess into the,
Could be checking desert.
Yep, he looks like he's going back to Lower Norfolk to get into Maya.
Yeah, it's a good idea because the bow is over there, so might as well.
If he knows how to Super Bunny into the Mire Shed.
He's got Pearl.
Oh, look, of course, duh.
He's already gone through the Ridley, and he's just going back in
Of
now.
course, of course. I mean, it's 2 hours, 9 minutes in. If they don't have the moon power at this point, they're never going to get the moon power, right? There's the map.
Looks like the green gate is the only gate.
Well, he did go into Golden Tweet so earlier, saw the item set, decided it wasn't worth it, and hard reset. Losing a few supers to this gate, though. There we go.
Come on, Zen, you don't need those supers, you're good.
Yeah, the thing about topping up your ammo supplies at this point would be to take on Mother Brain, but generally when you're going to take on Mother Brain, you'll be taking the hard reset into Super Metroid, so you'll be at the ship, and from the ship you can get a full energy refill and a full missiles refill.
So I'm gonna have to take the out of the way detour because no gloves to pick up that block.
Yeah, that's actually a way around that a lot of people seem to forget for some reason.
I've had to do it before. I've been here without the gloves at one point.
Okay, so that was power bombs from the big chest. I don't think, unless I missed it there, I don't think the compass was in the front, so the compass is going to be on blind here. So it's just the crystal left at this point. It's a 5-6 crystal though, but we don't know what we need to get into Turtle Rock yet, and we don't have the cane to get through Turtle Rock either.
And we don't have the bits to access Turtle Rock.
I've only seen one runner try to hover their way through Turtle Rock, and they gave up pretty quickly. They're in this tournament, I'll let you speculate who it was.
Blind, I hate your insect puns as well. Go away.
Taking a couple of laser beams to the face and quite a few more fireballs to the shield. That shield comes in, like I said, it comes in really useful here in Blind. Unless you know the script for Blind where you can basically kill him and do an exact set of movement patterns where you will never get hit, but it's tricky to pull off, even if you know how to do it. So zentrigger is also going to finish Desert Palace here, using that mirror to get in the back. They have at least picked up their bow from the Mire Shed, but the pendant wasn't worth anything, so... Yet. I will say yet. Energy tank on Bumper Cave.
Alright, Skullwood's time.
Yep, 2 items to be found here, and another crystal.
Have to take the other way in because there's glove blocks blocking the normal route people usually take. At this point, totally might as well just check pedestal. You're in the area. Just get the fear partially out of the way and maybe go to pod soon because yeah, there's a lot to do there anyway. Oof.
Well, one of the beetles also bounced into pit there, so, you know, he's got company. I just always kind of find it funny that around the hard hat beetles in Link to the Past, you always tend to find bumpers, and they just go careering off into random directions all the time. But big key, so we've had the map and the big key.
This chest is always a key because you're guaranteed way out of this first area here.
And Turtle's going for the bomb jump here. But that Mordorms are getting right in the way. Gets past him first.
Just like they like to be, the troll dorms.
Gets another key, so there's going to be possibly an item in the what do you call that room in the like the left side of Skull Woods, where you normally would want the cane to just shortcut your way through it. Does it even have a name?
I call it the pain in the ass room.
Let's go with that. And with that temperature, the Turtle's not having any of this Gibder nonsense, just wants to get them out of the way and have a fairly hassle-free pool. Except for that wall muster, of course, but yeah.
When I did the festival rando, I had the ice rod, so I ended up killing the Gibdo with the other Gibdo.
Okay, so there's an item on Morphula and an item in the chest near Morphula.
And there's a pedestal to check.
Oh yeah, he's got that mirror out. We've got pedestal incoming.
No, we don't.
Oh.
Gotta do Mothula
Damn
first.
it! Yeah, fully debated. You're right there, Chad. He had the mirror out. There's no way. Yeah. At least we get a pretty easy Morphler fight now.
Total killing the guy for the key for no reason, because he's already got one.
I mean, the Gibdos, they kind of deserve it anyway.
Well, you're wasting your magic for the poorly programmed Mothula boss up ahead.
Is this an Ocarina of Time where if you use the fire arrow or the what was it, Din's fire on the Gibdo, they actually turn into Redead?
This isn't Ocarina of Time, there's no troll rover to deal with today. Damn that boss. Damn that boss. Two hours, 18 minutes. No sign of the glove still.
Might be seeing one of them very shortly. For one will be tantalizingly out of reach for a long time still. Oh, Toto's leaving that chest item behind. Okay, now we get the pedestal.
Oh, come on, game! You're already doing this with the glove. Just finish it off, why don't you? I sure hope a glove wasn't in that chest he skipped. Unless we counted the items wrong and he did get them all, but I don't know.
I don't remember seeing another item, so...
So it's looking like either pod or swamp at this point. Swamp is a logical check since it is a crystal, but pod is very tempting. It is possible, as much as, you know, anyone would want to hate to admit that a glove could be a shack tool.
Well, he's just going to flute away in a random location instead. Just wants to make you think he's going towards pod.
Right, I keep forgetting about the whole no flippers thing. Leave me alone, I'm forgetful.
Well, we've got shovel check coming.
You don't need the flippers to swim. The flippers just help you swim. Learn to swim, Link. Well, they got all the bottles now.
Yep.
Back to the only Dark World portal he has.
Well, he could have gone back to that one he left by the bridge.
It's gotta be either Shack Tool or Pod at this point.
But Pod is a much more appealing prospect than Shack Tool.
Well, Shack Tool's a 5-minute check that no one wants to make.
We already checked one pedestal, and it was just couch cast. Who wants to check another pedestal? I certainly don't. Zentrigger is also going for the fake flipper, so... Here, so here he gets his wave beam and not much else. This kind of feels like Zentrigger has been on the complete back foot to total all of his race. He did get the gravity suit and fairy suit in early supers and green Brinstar much earlier, but he left behind that hammer and fire rod in Paddock's Decay for a fairly long time, so... And Total Swooting has just been a bit more beneficial to him, so that's why we're kind of seeing quite a big difference between the runners so far. I think Zentrigger took a bunch of early deaths too in Super Metroid to some random stuff. Don't think it sent him back very far, but, you know, just a bit of a waste of time there. Okay, we are probably using a key to get a key here on Total side.
I mean, possibly. I've actually found something in here recently.
I'm never quite 100% of my key logic in Palace of Darkness. I think it's like if you find a key in that first chest, you... Ooh, plasma!
Something he wishes he had a long time ago, probably.
We don't need to worry about farming any supers for Mother Brain now, at least. Can go do that anytime we want.
I mean, it's just a save and quit, and then refill up the ship too, so...
Yeah, I think it's like if you find a key in the first chest in the left and then another key in that chest when you go across the right bridge, you're guaranteed to find something in the big key chest, but I am not 100% on that. It was Plasma Beam in this case, so sounds like I could have been right.
Wow, language, Miss Metroid.
Yeah, Miss Metroid is seen as basically being 1 hour 50 agonim to get forced Dark World access.
We know you're a hard worker, but come on, let's be nice to everybody else watching the stream.
The moon pearl was in the Ridley escape area. Not quite 3 musketeers, but just before it.
2 hours, 24 minutes in, still no glove.
It's down to either it's going to be here in Palace of Darkness or Shack Tool. There's nowhere else to check at this point.
Get your Shack Tool hype in the chat. For it's still very unlikely but possible. Okay, well, there goes the hype. It just went out the door. 2 hours, 24 minutes, and 30 seconds. We have our glove, finally.
Yeah, so we can actually get into a couple places now, but we don't have Titans, so that still leaves a lot of places still out of our reach.
Yeah, we have easy access to stuff now. We can check catfish. We can check checkerboard. That's about it. There's still another glove out there hiding.
As well as Flippers and Ether Medallion and Kane. I mean, Titans we could find Ether Medallion somewhere that then leads into Titans in Mizumaya, which requires us to go all the way through Lower Norfair again to get into Maya. And I must say, the flute was really early on in the seed too, so yeah. Hey, we can go catfish now too. So I think we've got both our map and compass, so there's going to be one more item left on Helmsaw King. It's just not a pet seed.
No pet, but Shack Tool. The Shack Tool dream's still alive. Even if he doesn't have a glove, he could have the Cane of Samaria. Oh yeah, to check the checkerboard, you do have to go back to Lower Norfair again. No Titans meant to get in there easily. So at this point, it comes down to which one's worse. Do you want to go check Shack Tool, or do you want to go check Checkerboard Cave? Both are very out of the way. Catfish is also out of the way, but not that out of the way. And there is still potentially an item in Skull Woods that is skipped. We don't know if it was skipped or not. Good to see Zen making the Ag 1 play. It's the only good play at this point.
You know us where we haven't seen, that's the chat just mentioned. Back of Escape.
Yeah, that's true. We haven't seen that because the key is there are two checks there. The key is there is one of them for sure. But yeah, the other two chests are still up for grab.
Well, we're going to start off all these isolated single item checks with Helmsaw right now. Let's hope he saves us some time. I'd like to see yeah, I'd just like to see flippers from him. All Titans. That would just make our routing quite a bit easier.
I was just thinking about stealing the key from Hyrule Castle. Maybe checking it real quickly, then resetting.
So as Total takes down Helmsaw, zentrigger is finally doing the Agawan play at 2 hours 28 minutes. Oh dear.
We'll probably be like for Skull Woods and Thieves Town with no luck finding the glove, but hey, they're crystals. Gotta do them anyways.
So there was a plasma beam and a power glove in Pod. So Pod was necessary today, but nothing from Helmsaw. So it looks like Total's going to back of escape.
Oh, please have the other glove. Let's just bring an end to this misery mire already.
So the whole of Link to the Past is right now just a dank green swamp.
That's not what I'm looking for, though. Oh, nope, not here. Catfish, Checkerboard Cave, or Shack Tool. Pick your poison.
Well, Turtle's gone to Death Mountain. Is he going to get that flute? No, he's not.
Oh, there's Spike Cave too, actually.
Yeah, that looks like where he's going to. He didn't clear out Tower of Hell. He just like took a quick look inside Tower of Hell, got one item, and then was like, "Nope, I'm out." So he could do that too.
It's Spike Cave. Oh boy, looks like we got Swamp Palace to worry about now.
Yep. At least there's quite a lot of items to be found in there. I mean, for this seed,
this could also be a red herring too. It could lead to nothing and force to go right back out to Shack Tool.
this is a flippers required seed because we need them to clear Swamp Palace, but we could have gotten into the Dark World without killing Aghanim by making use of fake flippers. Namely, taking the portal in Meridia behind Dragon into the Southeast Dark World, then doing a fake flipper and get into the central portion right here. But yet Turtle's headed straight to Swamp Palace. I don't believe we're doing the same thing.
Yeah, I think everyone's dying for this race to end because they want to see who they're paired against next round.
I think your pairings are locked pretty much behind Titan's Mitts on Vitreous right now.
Well, not one runner has all the pendants, but both runners have done all the pendants between.
And zentrigger's finally making their Dark World checks, like total about 20 minutes before him. Speaking of time zones, I am in the UK, so it's only 12 o'clock here. We've got a fair few time zones here.
Poor British person.
I think we've had like the warmest winter in my living memory so far. It's been 12 degrees Celsius outside today. It's normally 2.
I don't know what that translates to in Fahrenheit, however.
You can punch it into Google.
I'm too busy commentating and looking at Discord for stuff. But I'm a Floridian, so if it gets below 60 F here, things start to go a little zany.
Help us out, chat. What's 12 Celsius in Fahrenheit? Do the Google for us, because we're lazy and don't want to out-tab.
Well, I mean, we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. We're focusing on the race and commentating, so we shouldn't be Googling for anyways. My god, that's cold. I am not Florida man. Get out of here. I will throw you all out.
So I did not catch on Zentrigger's side if they got that first chest in the back of Skull Woods. Did you catch it?
I did not check it either.
We'll see if he goes for it now.
I was too busy reading what Commodore was saying in chat. To my detriment.
And I've got a cat currently trying to distract me.
No, it doesn't look like he's going back for it either, so they must have got the ammo already.
Yeah. So nothing in Skull Woods, it's pretty safe to say at this point. How dare you get distracted by Commodore in chat, Epi? Much better to get distracted by a cat in your lap who is currently walking around, getting in front of a monitor and going meow.
This is why I'm a dog person. The dogs don't do that. They just bark like crazy at certain points and drive me insane.
Wait, we are getting that last chest check in. Okay,
It's a compass.
compass.
Alright,
Okay,
so we're good.
Yeah, got both items out skywards. Yeah, my cat was sleeping underneath the radiator in my room, nice and warm there for the last 2.5 hours, but now he's decided, yeah, this race has gone on too long. It's time to give me attention.
My dog's just doing what she likes to do best. Sleeping. Sleeping nearby me.
Now I can afford to take the late night myself, because it's only 12 o'clock here in the UK, and doing nothing tomorrow. It's Christmas Eve, and there's no more shopping we need to do, no more, not even any races to commentate. We are not going to be scheduling any races until after the 25th.
Unless people feel like scheduling them anyways and are just, terrible people and, or Commodore.
I'm not sure if the weekly community race is happening tomorrow. I know it was happening tonight, and that should have finished by now, unless things have proven equally as trolly as this seed, but you never know. But yeah, this is the last match of round 4 for Swiss stages, and things are pretty much shaping up for how the runners are going to be going into the brackets up to round 5. We've got 3 runners so far at 4 wins to 0 losses, and about 11 more that are currently 3 wins, 1 loss. For this game, total is on 2 wins, 1 loss, and zentrigger 1 win, 2 losses. So if Total wins this one, he's going to go up into that 3-1 bracket and be facing quite a lot of competition there to try and get that 4-1.
That 3-1 bracket scares me. Good thing I'm not in it. I'm in the opposite, 1-3. Also still scares me because there are some scary people still there. Who would we be matched up against? Find out after this race. Whatever that is.
Oh, Argus just got the second puffball spin there. So he spends a couple
You're not going to kill me that quickly.
Okay, so nothing in swamp. Oh boy.
Catfish, checkerboard cave, shack tool. Pick your poison. It's one of those 3. Yeah, Elm has left the building. We don't know Elm anymore. He's just gone forever.
One too many mentions of Elmosaur, perhaps.
Elmosaur. I'll just say that for the end of time at this rate.
Okay, so first isolated check of choice is Catfish. It's pretty quick getting up here with a boot, so not too bad. Come on, Grumpy Fish. Throw us something of value today.
Hey!
Thank you, Grumpy Fish.
Alright, well, you can start rushing with a few things. Well, we can't rush a few things. We're missing Ether and Somaria still, which is a pain.
Yeah, we could also find Spring Ball somewhere just to get a complete tracker. Well, except for Tower of Hera, but you know.
So, where are we gonna find... Where is it gonna go next? Okay, it's gonna go to Dark Death. That's not a bad idea, except you can't do Turtle Rock without Somaria. Ice Palace is an option, but you have to take it a bit slow.
You can see what Medallion Turtle Rock is. There's a good chance we can get in already. 66% chance.
He's not going to regress without Somaria unless you think you know how to do the lovely old hovering.
But it does mean one less item you need to scour the world for once you find that cane, and it's a medallion like Bombus, and you're set. It's not just find cane.
I mean, it doesn't matter. You gotta find Ether anyways.
Oh yeah.
For Mire.
Yeah, Ether for Mire. Oh.
It doesn't matter which one. You're gonna be doing it anyways. I saw Solsky make a valiant effort to try to hover Turtle Rock the other day. It didn't work.
Yeah, I've seen him hover across the last bridge into Trinex before. I saw him also hover across the first bridge going into Turtle Rock and tried to hover to the left and failing a couple times and giving up, so he didn't quite make it. But he tried. Watch his space in 2019 for Solsky full hovering the whole of Turtle Rock.
I'd pay to see that. Mombos!
Oh, Toto didn't check the item on the floating island earlier, but it was 5 missiles. Zen had a look at it. I mean, at least we're not going to be trying to get that item without the mirror this time. At the same time as a simultaneous try to get into Desert Palace without the mirror from the Dark World. I think we got 4 or 5 clips of that race last night. Might as well just watch the whole video at this point, there's so many clips. If you guys want some really fascinating and horrible race, check out Ancient Gamer versus Thirsty last night. It is a treat.
I don't know where you getting this last night. It's 2 nights ago at this point.
Technically last night for me.
Silly British people.
It's technically last night for me. Well, I guess it is 2 nights ago at this point, given the time.
Silly British people. It's definitely. Oh wait, it was Thursday going into Friday, I think. So, and today's officially Sunday, Monday for you.
So at this point, it looks like zentrigger is scouring most of Dark World. They're eventually going to get over to Pod, they're eventually going to get their gloves and plasma beam in there.
No, Kane doesn't have to be here. Kane can be in Checkerboard Cave or Shack Tool.
Honestly, I think Shack Tool is quicker at this point than going back to Checkerboard Cave.
Well, now it's not. Now that you can just, flute and Titan submit your way into Checkerboard.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Back then it was because, it was about the same length because you had to go all the way to Lower Norfair through Norfair to get there. And either through the Chozo statue or the Green Gate glitch, depending on how lucky you're feeling.
Yeah, first I was in the state of mind thinking we don't have the gloves, and now I'm in the state of mind thinking we don't have the Titan Smiths. Like, if you don't have either of those items 2 hours into the seed, my brain kind of starts thinking, okay, the seed is busted. They're never going to get them. Reroll. Total uses a couple tries to get the bomb jumper here and does not fall into the pit. Again and again and again. Do you remember that?
I love that clip, I really do. That clip is amazing. And it will haunt Leno forever and ever.
See, that's why I hate Ice Palace myself. I am equally horrible at the bomb jump. But at least I don't go falling in the pit after I've done the bomb jump. Twice.
I only just learned the bomb jump after my first match, and I fell into the bomb. I had to do it twice. I think on the third one, because I fell in the pit right after it. Not 3 times, though.
Total's going straight to cold, sir. Or not.
Just setting up for... Well, I mean, he's gotta go around now, so... Just, get that done now.
So we found the compass in here. I didn't quite see if we saw the map, but we've got a few more items to check here. I think it's 3 items in Ice Palace total. That's missiles.
Like that. I can't wait till they eventually release Key Sanity for this. Then people's item checks are gonna be up and all over the place.
I think I asked Toto about that the last time I actually commentated a race for him. It's still in development. I don't know when it's going to be coming out. When it does come out, expect to see 6-hour seeds everywhere.
Hurry up, damn it! I want it so badly. I've been wanting it for forever. I miss my usual Key Sanity runs. They're so much fun. Looking for that key that's probably a pedestal, and goddamn it, game, why do you do this to me?
What Toto was specifically talking about for Key Sanity was to mix it up a bit with Super Metroid and actually have keys that will open the doors in Super Metroid, namely to get to bosses like Kraid and Dragon. So I think that's gonna take a bit longer to sort out, but that will be super fascinating to see.
Indeed. There we go, we got the canes, so Turtle Rock is on the docket there.
Yep. So Shakuto can wait a bit longer.
Oh, don't be mean to poor Shakuto. He's only doing his job at causing runners grief.
So I think there's 1 item still in here. It's either going to be in the big chest or cold stair.
I think it's a key at this point. Actually, no, I don't know, actually... Maybe?
That's a key.
I don't keep track. I always have trouble keeping track of item counts in Ice Palace and Turtle Rock. And I think someone other dungeon. What other dungeon was it? Pod, maybe? I don't know. Whatever. At least Mire and Skull Woods and Desert Palace, Tower Hair, and East Palace are easy. And Swamp Palace and Thieves Town just have 1 key to worry about, so yeah.
The turtle nearly gets out that lamp before breaking the cold stair ice.
A little too early on that spin attack.
The eyeballs get away from him. He's got so much health and red mail at this point, plus half magic for the firewall that it doesn't matter much, but...
Just stop on these fluffy, furry, not furry, but fluffy, whatever these things are.
So that was an energy tank from Cold Stare, so still on the hunt for that ether. Lots of items to check in Turtle Rock though, so could be hiding down there. Zentrigger does got a plasma beamer and are going to be getting their paragraphs pretty shortly. A pedestal is just couch cash. I was almost wondering if Turtle would actually stop off into the cave there and go check Shacktool on his way to Turtle Rock, but nah, he's sensible.
But he's not that far out of the way, it's just 5 minutes. Oh, we're just down to the last 2 crystals at this point. What is Zen doing? Aside from getting electrocuted.
He's going into the back to get his power gloves now.
Alright, he does have to do that.
Alright, we got some Turtle Rock coming up here, and if we don't find the ether medallion, we're probably going to throw our frustrations at our respective PC monitors and then check out Checkerboard Cave, not find the ether medallion there, check out Shacktool, and then curse the ether medallion being there. We can have something generous in the ether medallion being right here in Turtle Rock. Please let it be so. We don't want to hunt the seed, we really don't.
Sure we do. Everyone wants to wait patiently while the seed keeps going and we don't know who they're up against on the next round. Please, don't everybody try to kill me at once. Thanks.
Nice use of a hookshot there to dodge the spiky rollers. There's the big key, and there's the small key. Zentrigger's going back for Helmasaur now, doesn't really give him anything, but still an item on him, so he has to do it. Well, it's Hoku Boku's giving Turtle a bit of collisions here. You can just one-shot those things with Firewatch if you so choose, and particularly efficient to do so with the half magic. Well, it takes a bite from the chain chomps there too.
These chain chomps are truly evil things. Especially if you have green tunic and you get hit by them.
The chain chomp you find in Links to the Past is great. It just eats enemies for you, and if you want, it can take around a huge portion of the game. But I don't know if chain chomp's any other kind of Mario enemy really pops up in the Zelda series after Link's Awakening. Some people like to call this the Super Mario Bros. 3 dungeon because of the Hokubokus and the chain jumps you find in here. But it doesn't really look much like anything else in Super Mario Bros. 3, so I'm not seeing it myself.
I mean, there's a big lava pit right there, you know, for Bowser. Hey, Ether! And I guess Shaq-Tool's dead. Sorry, Shaq-Tool fans. Yeah, you're gonna have to leave disappointed, sad, and possibly depressed.
So, 2 hours 55 minutes, we are actually in go mode. And we've only got 2 crystals left. And we're halfway on our way to getting one of those crystals. Aside from basically having to almost full clear Super Metroid and then almost full clear Link to the Past to get to the items you needed, fairly quick seed actually, considering.
The seed is terrible. What are you talking about?
I mean, Turtle has been able to, well, in terms of time taken, Turtle has been able to blitz his way through this pretty quickly. He's done some superb Super Metroid execution.
Then getting all 3 pendants, because why not?
Yeah, he did check the pedestal already, so not going to get any blind pulls this time. Maybe he'll be nice and find Spring Ball somewhere. And if he finishes, we can get a complete tracker.
No point in checking Mimic Cave if you're on go mode.
Almost getting the 3-hour back of escape check here on zentrigger's side. Honestly, I think this is the latest time I've seen gloves in any seed. Not the latest time I've seen Titan Smiths though. That's proven a lot more trolly.
Yeah, this has been a pretty trolly seed with gloves. Force Aga 1 and everything.
Yeah, Moon Pearl back at the end of Ridley's lair, and forced Dagger 1 to find gloves and Pendant Palace of Darkness. Not kind.
Total failing to get that fire rod out in time. I got a frozen floor now. I used to think you just had to use the rods to kill the heads, not just use the sword as well.
When I was doing this boss as a kid, I didn't see, like, the heads would go into that funny color when you stun them with the rods, but they didn't actually flash to indicate they were being hurt, so I immediately pegged, yeah, gotta go keep hitting them with a sword. It was only when I started watching Rando that I actually learned that you could kill them with just the rods alone.
Yep, I'm the opposite. I thought it was rods. It's like, oh, he's taking. I hear the hurt sound. He's taking damage. You just have to not run out of magic.
That's a mirror shield from Trinex, so we're looking pretty kitted out on Link to the Past now. Uh-oh, zentrigger is thinking.
It's the catfish shack he needs to go to now.
Yeah, he's gotten those gloves so late that he's not sure where to go.
I don't even know where he's going.
Swamp, maybe? Going about a kind of roundabout direction, but yeah.
Did he do Spike Cave? I don't think he did.
We've got a frozen bird on Turtle's side. Let's see if he decides to go for the... Oh, no, he's not.
I mean, this isn't the festive rando. The Swamp Palace is not frozen over. Oh, I think he's going to check the tablet.
So we can hold up for Godmire at least something lucky in the seed. If we find a small key and a big key here, we have the so-called Godmire, where we can just go straight to back and kill Vitreous. So are we going to have some luck finally at the seed? There's a small key.
Just going back to Metroid. Maybe it's Shack Tool time.
Please no. I was hoping to avoid it.
Well, he'd be sorry at the ship, which is pretty far away.
Okay, that's a map in the second chest, so no Godmire this time. We got a hint. No. What am I talking about? We didn't get a hint. Thinking of another race I saw earlier today. It's been one of those seeds.
Well, maybe he's going to go finish off. No, he's not. He's going the other way. Where is he going?
He did clear out Red Tire previously. So I think he is going down to Shacktor just by a slightly slower route.
A roundabout way?
And if he really wanted to go to Shacktor, he could flute to Death Mountain, take the cave in, and take the... That puts you pretty much at the business center of Norfair, so you can just take a elevator up and get into the bottom of Rydia, and then walk over to Shacktor. Oh, he hasn't checked out X-Ray yet, I think. Yeah, he's going for X-Ray.
Oh, right. X-Ray. He's not going to be very happy about that.
Yeah, Turtle did this much earlier with some really good damage boosts of these flying crab things. I don't know what you call them. Kind of like flying... what do you call them? It's from Pokemon. Cloisters?
I think they're waivers. I called them rippers by mistake and got yelled at by Shy Guy last time.
You let Shy Guy yell at you?
For once, yes, and then I yelled at him just right after because he's a Shy Guy.
There we go.
He is bad.
Okay, zentrigger, where are you gonna go now? Please don't say Shacktor. Just go down into Norfair and get out of Super Metroid. You don't need Shacktor. Nobody needs Shacktor.
Shack Tool hype. Shack Tool hype. Shack Tool hype.
I don't know. You say Shacktor 3 times in the mirror, and he's probably going to pop up in your house and start digging away at the walls.
Here we go, folks. He's going to Shack Tool.
Meanwhile, on Turtle's side, we have something much more exciting coming up. As soon as he beats Vitreous, we are going to be starting the Ganon's Tower Big Key game. If you are a subscriber or supporter of any of the Speed Gaming channels, you can enter a Big Key guessing game. Enter a number between 1 and 22, and if you are correct, or the closest guesser, you get a spot on our very prestigious leaderboard. So Turtle brutally murders Vitreous with a few silver arrows. And we're going to be getting this game started. And please ignore what's happening on the left side of the screen, it's not worth your attention. Oh, thank you for the subscription, fellow co-commentator, so that you can also get your guess in.
I've been meaning to do that for a while. I've just been waiting for the next commentating thing I've been doing on the actual main channel.
Yeah, somebody was crazy enough to donate me a gift sub to Speed Gaming 3 the other day, so I can also enter the game for 1 month. Then I'm out again.
Oh, you poor thing.
Yeah, zentrigger, thank you for killing Shakhtar on your way in.
And now for the disappointment. Ow!
Not even Springball.
I wouldn't be surprised if he wanted to punch me through the actual stream thing, 15-minute delay and everything. Maybe predicting me saying this. And we got another sub! Bring on the subs, people! Sub.
Yeah, but if you want to get a guess in, you gotta do it quickly, because Turtle's about to enter Ganon's Tower. But yeah, thank you very much, Suiku Bodge. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. Okay, items 1 and 2 coming right up here. Small key. And an energy tank. Maybe we'll find Gold Sword and Springboard down here. That would be nice. Not on Shack 2 at least. Number
Well, it's
3,
about
small
3.
key. Zentrigger's going up to Catfish. And they will get their flippers here. Or was it Titans?
It can be Titans. Flippers
All right,
is
Titans,
in, yeah. Flippers is the, spike came up. It's the 4th one.
Poor Bicky, and Total nearly took the save and crit there. So the first sub was supported to guess correctly was that horrible person known as Kuchiri, who's been doing a ton of commentary here for the tournament. So thank you, Kuchiri. And
I mean, I honestly can't blame him for commentators curse right now, because we're kind of like 2 big commentators cursed today.
Oh wait, he's top of the leaderboard now. We got to curse that guy.
Okay, yeah, he cheated. Moving on. I didn't even know he was here. The other race probably just ended recently too, I guess. I think he was solo commentating the weekly a bit ago. Well, you don't have 6 wins, so deal with it.
Yeah, I think he was actually solo commentating the weekly community race this week. I dropped him by there to troll him a bit.
That,
That's
you
what I do.
little I already said that.
Yeah, but you're not worth listening to.
Well, excuse me. I'm just gonna let you commentate by yourself then.
Much like Kuchiri did for the community race this
And
week.
I'll be singing in the background to mess you up as much as possible. No, I'm kidding. I don't want to sing on stream. That'd be pretty bad, actually.
Looking at that zentrigger side, he's doing the blacksmith chain.
Yeah, unfortunately, the play he really needs to make is the flippers and spike kick.
I mean, Spike Cave is one of those isolated checks that nobody likes to make, such like Shack Tool. But the blacksmith chain, you generally get 3 items from it, plus a magic bat on your way. So, yeah, I don't fault him for this. It's not the correct play, but it's well, it's the most efficient play, but it's not the correct play this time.
Shack Tool, more like Shack Fu.
You can't Shack fool me.
I can and I will. Just try me.
So, Turtle's got 3 keys going up into top here. He's not checking those chests in case of sword.
I hate this conveyor room. I always get the bomb stuck in the wall for some reason.
It is surprisingly difficult. You have to be pretty careful with your placement there.
Sadly, Revolving Ocelot is not in the tournament. If he was, it'd be fun to race.
And I'm absolutely mechanically horrible at the Super Metroid, so yeah.
Oh, well, in that case, it'd be fun to race you then. As a participant in this tournament that's lost 3 matches, but still.
I also haven't played Super Metroid in about 6 years or so. I don't have a game cartridge at the moment, so I'm pretty stuffed there.
Oh, that'd be a nice easy win for me.
I'm not even sure if my Super Nintendo works anymore. Like, I do dabble in Link to the Past Randomizer, but that's strictly on emulator.
Okay, now you and Kuchiri are both terrible. Not with Super Metroid knowledge. Shame on you. Shame on both of you. Ether was in Turtle Rock where you get the vanilla big key.
Even if I was playing Link to the Past on console, I still wouldn't be attempting hovers, which you can pretty much only do on console. I don't have the dexterity for that anymore. Would have done 15 years ago, but I don't think anybody even knew about hovering 15 years ago. So that was a double hit to start off with on Aga 2. We've got the blue balls coming in, so just a 0 and a single afterwards. Okay, 2, 0, 1, 2. And these hackers are getting a little out of sync here. But there we go.
That's right, just up that ball counter. Go ahead and do it.
Alright, Ganon, what kind of factoids do you have for us today? Don't stand so close to me? Cheese facts? Snail facts?
Uh-huh. Never saw that one before? Pretty good.
I don't recall it either. It's kind of philosophical about this seed.
I was honestly hoping for some Zelda CDI bits of knowledge instead.
Don't just think outside the box for this seed. Think in a completely different box instead. Getting a bit low on health there, but Turtle's got plenty of potions to dip into.
I really hate phase 2 so much.
Yeah, with half magic, you can kind of cheese the hard part of phase 2, which is dodging the fire bat swarm at the end of a cast and just dodge your way through them with Cape or Cane of Brian.
Zen, probably not really happy to see those flippers right now. It helps me fire the arrows in the correct direction. I
Yeah.
can't talk. I've done that multiple times. Whoa! Oh no!
Excellent ball! This is the kind of thing that you're hoping to happen when the runners are within about 2 minutes of each other. Unfortunately for zentrigger, he's still got 4 crystals to clear to catch up to Turtle, so he's going to be stuck for a while. So zentrigger is going to be going for Swamp, finding nothing here. Probably going Ice Palace, finding the cane there. Going to Turtle Rock, finding Ether there. Then going Mizu Maya. And then into Ganon's Tower, where at least the big key is in a really nice space. Okay, phase 4 for Turtle again. Ooh, takes a hit
Round
from the
2.
fireback. Ooh, and another. Got to dip into one of those blues. Three single arrows, one more should finish them off. This looks like a good spot.
Yes.
And
Get your single G's in chat.
yeah, assuming Turtle makes it across this bridge, which a couple of people haven't, but assuming he does, get your single G's in chat. Just
Don't
one G.
jinx him,
No more, no
please.
less.
Now it's a big rush to Mother Brain now.
Yeah, not even bothering to top off super missiles before going down to Mother Brain, but charged plasma shots will pretty much take care of her in the fastest way possible anyway.
Indeed.
Alright, we actually have got a pretty easy turn coming up here too. We've got the ice beam for it, so no need to spend tons of power bombs on these Metroids and get drained. Can just ice them and shatter them.
Oh yeah, he's got Spazer on instead of plasma.
Oh,
Gotta love when that happens.
I mean, depends how he decides to tackle the baby Metroid. If he just goes for the quick drain, he will see he's got the real beams on. Or should see. If he decides to go for a baby skip, though, and I haven't seen a baby skip in a very long time, he
I've
might
seen
miss
it a
it.
few times recently.
Alright, so what are you gonna do? Just get grabbed. Okay. Now he's taking off his suits. He should see the plasma is turned off there. Yep, there we go.
Yeah,
Good
it's
boy.
all fixed and good now.
Now, one more thing you've got to do here. You've got to top up your energy after getting grabbed by the baby Metroid. I've seen one person forget to top up their energy and then immediately get one shot by Rinka in Mother Brain Room. And get sent back before the baby Metroid. I can't
I
remember
mean,
who it was, but I want to say it was Ivan.
if you have reserve tanks, you're not that. That's like a good reminder. Like, oh, my health. I need to go take care of that now.
So over here we just break Mother Brain's tank with a few ordinary missiles, then stick a few super missiles in her noggin, and then we're just going to be using nice charged plasma shots to kill her. Given that Soto's Super Metroid execution has been really on point so far, he's probably going to get the stand-up glitch here too. Yeah, he's already going for some early hits. So here is Mother Brain. I think those are onion rings. She spits out a meatball. Like she's apparently the head chef of the Torian kitchen, and remember has all kinds of condiments to attack you with. But I'm ridiculously awful at remembering them. Those are
Will you
definitely ketchup.
stop making me hungry? I'm hungry over here.
Okay, yep. Just one walk into a leg there, and we've got stand-up activated. So this can still all go wrong for Total. He could end up with a soft lock here if he is charging up his beam when it goes hyper, or if he's standing on the ground when the baby Metroid attaches from Mother Brain's head. Which is, well, it doesn't cause soft lock, that's one, but it does cause Samus to be stuck on the ground and deactivate stand-up. Mother Brain making some weird noises there. But we've got stand-up going. So we get a lot of free extra hits here in Mother Brain, and we get to skip some hits in the last phase. So soft lock avoided, just a few more hyper beam shots to finish off Mother Brain.
The brain is dead. It's time to escape. Will he save the animals? And if he does, I'll be very sad.
I mean, with a seed like this, I've seen some runners save the animals when you would not normally expect them to see the save animals, simply for the meme value and the frustration factor, just how trolly the seeds have been.
Saving the animals and attempting to do this Shine Spark or Speed Boost Rinka skip is what cost Metroid MST a fun race between me and him, so I think he won't be doing that for a long time ever again. Then I was kind of lying over the microphone that I was at Ganon when I was really at Mother Brain, but that's not important. It's up to you whether you believe me or not.
Alright, successful sign spark up the Turian shaft from Total. And we'll see if he decides he's done with his seed, which he should, or if he decides to waste some more time for...
Nope,
yep,
screw
he's
those
done.
animals. Bye-bye.
The sensible play.
You mean the only correct play?
Of course. Okay, and Total finishes in first place with a official SRL time of 3 hours, 26 minutes and 34 seconds. Get your GGs in chat for Total.
Woo, this seed.
Now we have heard in IRC that zentrigger has decided to forfeit simply because he is very far behind Total at this point. He does continue on for a little while longer before deciding to forfeit, but we'll see if we can grab him for an interview.
Spoilers, shame on you. You can't spoil what's supposed to be happening in the future.
Anyway, let's say hi to Total. GG Total.
GG, what a seed. Oh man, I was so sure I was behind like the last hour or so, because I just felt like I checked everywhere and just never found any good progress.
Pretty much the only decent luck we had in the seed was finding various suits and gravity suits both in early supers and green Brinstar.
Like when I saw that, I know, okay, this is gonna be a ride, because it's when something starts off like that, it's never gonna be a nice and easy fast seed. It's always gonna be some trolley.
It's kind of the harbinger of having to full clear Super Metroid to find something that will actually be roadblocking you in Link to the Past, which is typically the Moon Pearl in the Norfair. And
I was trying a bit for like before going to Lone Warfare to dip into Link to the Past again with a few things that I'd opened to see if that would be more efficient, but eventually I just decided to. Well, I guess I go Lone Warfare, clear that out, and then do whatever I can on the way. And I think I did Desert and some checks while doing Lone Warfare. I got the bow out of logic, which kind of helped a bit in terms of routing, so that was nice.
You were the first one to get the glove at 2 hours, 24 minutes, and 30 seconds in, so... I knew you probably thought you were behind when you picked that up, but again...
Yeah, when I got those gloves, I was like, okay, this is not good.
We were watching intently and just wondered, like, when are they going to find these gloves? These gloves are just not showing up. Are they going to be a shack tool? Oh, no.
Yeah, and then I got grappled from some like new place opened up in logic, and then I was okay. Like, this better not be a thing.
Revolving here was hoping that it wasn't, but me and a bunch of others in the chat were all for the shack tool play at this point.
Yeah, I was lucky that I didn't have to do that, but
unfortunately, your opponent did do that, so it's a piece of heart.
Yeah, like after getting the gloves, I just decided to go no unnecessary checks, just go to any dungeons that open up, and luckily the seed played out that all the progression from that point on was pretty much in dungeons, except for flippers at Spy Cave.
The the game could have, like, it's like a check tool was a pretty bad check. It could also have forced you to go to checkerboard cave, which is also about pretty out of the way at that point
Yep.
because you'd have to go back to Lower Norfair again.
Yeah, I was so worried about having mitts in checkerboard cave. I think when I got the mitts at, I think it was the catfish, right? So
Yes.
at that point, I had that place. I had one chest in Tower of Hera and checkerboard cave left to check. So it was just. If it wasn't at catfish, it'd be a really dumb place. So I was just prepared for the worst. Well, luckily, it turned out not to be that bad, at least. Oh yeah, this was definitely an interesting one.
Yeah, after that seed I commentated 2 nights ago, I was kind of hoping, I was like, let's just have the seed just be easy on them, be a nice seed, be a relaxed. I apparently cursed the seed because that is not what happened here.
No, every single seed I've played in this tournament has been some kind of trolley thing going on. So I was hoping for a nice and fast one, but nope.
I think everybody was probably hoping for that because this is the last match of round 4, and we'll be shortly seeing what is next week.
Oh yeah, nice. Okay. Well, then it was a nice finish for this week. Then at least got some extra exciting action here with a longer seed.
And so this actually puts you at 3-1 going into the last rounds of the Swiss stages, and there's quite a lot of really skilled runners there in the 3-1 stages. So anybody you really particularly hoping to avoid or face off there?
I think at this point, anyone at 3-1 is gonna be a very rough matchup. So, well, yeah, I mean, there's a few like I'd hope to dodge. I guess the absolutely best ones, but we'll see. It's gonna be interesting at least, and I'm happy I got this far. I didn't think I'd make it this far in the tournament, so I'm happy with this so far.
It'll be fun to watch and fun to volunteer during. That's for sure. Well, as Revolving Ocelot spoiled for us, we're going to see Zen go a little further for a few minutes and forfeit. Then maybe you'll see if we can get him in for an interview as well.
Oh, is it really spoilers? It's right there now, I see.
Yes, but not everybody else can see the IRC. Only we can. So yes, it is spoiling, and it is your fault.
Okay, but like you might have wanted to come in for an interview earlier, but
Unless you want to do the forfeit now and then do the interview, it's up to you though. But I believe Zen will get the go mode item and then forfeit then because, yay.
and that was down here in Turtle Rock. I think it was the, if I remember correctly, it was a big key chest, right?
Yes, the big key chest on the little island has the ether medallion in it. Just a little further now. And there we go, the Ether Medallion. And that's gonna be it for Zen. Frustration all abound. I honestly cannot blame him. This seed has just not been too nice at all.
It's as good as, well, as close to a Honda seed as you can possibly get. The only, like, saving grace was the Gannon's Tower Big Key being so close to the entrance.
Anyways, we're not gonna get an interview from Zen. He's gonna go out and get dinner, so I guess it's just time to wrap it up.
Yep. Do you have any final thoughts on the race total?
No, I think it was a good race. It's unfortunate that zentrigger had to forfeit, but I mean, it's at this point after you get go mode, it's and you've already you're behind that much. I guess I probably would have done the same. But it was a good race, and I'm excited for the next week.
Now, speaking of the next week, the matchings are up now, so you can go look online and see who you're facing against. Which I know I won't spoil it for you. I'll let you find out for you.
Yeah, I've already checked. So I'm gonna face Bentisi, as far as I can see.
I'm just taking a look and see who's up against who, and this does look very interesting.
Yeah, the Soast versus Andy matchup. It's gonna be pretty interesting.
Yeah, very.
Solski in chat getting his wish to get matched up against Super Taylor. And zentrigger will be against, where's his name? Oh, Pansnick. So yeah, racers will be scheduling their races after Christmas. I mean, we might get somebody be getting really eager and scheduling one for tomorrow, but I don't think it's too likely. But it's going to be a combo randomizer free Christmas Day for everybody. So we can't tell you just yet when they will be, when next races will be going live, but keep an eye on the Speed Gaming schedule. I'd say we'll be appearing there sometime, probably maybe tomorrow or probably sometime around Wednesday too.
Sorry about that. Had something kind of major come up in here, so okay, I'm back now. But yeah, again, I guess it's wrapping up time now. So.
Yeah, well, this has been another great race as always, and a good way to round off the fourth round of the Swiss stages. I'm hoping for some nice quick seeds this time, because a lot of the matches this fourth round have been particularly lengthy and grueling for the runners, so maybe we'll get some nice kind logic in the fifth round. We will see.
It won't. I just know it.
So yeah, I think I am going to leave off here. I have been revolving Ocelot, thank you for joining us tonight, Twitch viewers and Speed Gaming fans.
Yep, this is Epi. Good night to everybody, and I'll see you next week for more races.